Thank you, sir. Shout out to our boy Avery for this one. It's Beats by Avery. We live.
Recap show.
It's the recap.
Hey, it's the recap show. You signed up for that one, ready?
Yeah.
Hey, line them up.
I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
It's the recap.
It's the recap.
It's the recap.
The recap show.
Giving
Hey.
everybody a little second to get in here. Make sure y'all hit that share. We want to make my boy Randy go digital.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We're trying to run those numbers up.
God's the greatest.
So the people that don't know. And the people that know can get to know more.
For sure.
Oh.
That sounded really good.
Yeah.
Smooth.
You like that. You
Smooth now.
like that. You know what I mean?
Smooth now.
I'm a smooth operator on this
Smooth
thing,
now.
right? You know what I mean? I come
Sure.
alive. A little something, a little razzle dazzle.
Real natural.
Boy, love, boy, that's all right.
That's it.
Real natural.
Going, man. Love, man. It's all love, man. You know, God's the greatest, man. Thank y'all so much for having me here.
Indeed and agreed, bro.
Appreciate you for coming, bro.
I know.
Could have been anywhere else in the world.
But you chose to be here.
We got a big world too, bro.
With the guys.
Big world.
And you right here in our world.
That's it.
Man, welcome.
The recap world.
Welcome.
It's the recap. It's the recap world. It's the
Oh.
recap world. It's the recap.
Hey, look, with that flowers. That's love, man. Hey, man, God's the greatest. Look, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I appreciate Wayne and Kay having me. You know what I'm saying? Peace and love, man, everybody listening right now.
Okay.
If you out and about, make sure you're being safe. You know, you know how we doing, man. Look, we're going to spread love every time. You know what I'm saying? Because
Every time.
this is the recap. You know, but right now it's the recap love spot. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So,
turn that
you know,
up.
hey, we gonna yeah. Let me get something, man, like a bomb or some shit.
Okay. There we go.
That's it.
There we go. Oh, this is for you right here. That's the love.
That's
right
the
there.
heart.
That's the heart.
That's the heart. Oh man. My
God's
man
great.
got his own sound.
Right,
Look, every
right.
time he drops some gems, we just gonna heart it. Woo woo.
That was my first time hearing that, by the way.
Yeah.
Boom. I saved it. You know what I'm saying? So this is the recap, yeah.
Turn that Bluetooth down, sir.
Yeah, that's all the way down. I got to mute it.
Let's do it.
We done. So yeah, this is the recap, and we thank everybody for joining. Make sure y'all hit that share button. Make sure y'all interacting, commenting. You know what I mean, liking, all that good stuff. We trying to make this show go digital. You feel me?
Digital.
That's my brother on here, man.
It's my brother on here,
You
man.
know what I'm saying? So
For real, that's
What?
a great conversation with this man, man. I want to
all the time.
listen. I know I said this already, but I don't know how y'all gonna chop this up. So I'm gonna look at the camera. I don't know which one to look at. You know, there's a lot going on.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
A lot going
So,
on.
These brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
real,
Appreciate
seriously,
that, bro.
like,
Appreciate that. For
For
real.
real. If you're listening, if you're watching, thank you. Forgive me. I got ice and breath mints on my own. Be talking in their face, bad breath.
It's all good.
I want to say thank you again, man. Seriously, I'm so proud of you, man. Like being able to know you. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, you know, like keep going, man. Like beautiful space, man. Beautiful space. It's so cool seeing you grow. You know, me and you done had
Likewise.
all kind of conversations. Man, God's grace, man. You done had all kind of conversations offline. You know, it's new to y'all, but it's old to us. You know what I'm saying? Like I told the homie, I was like, bro, this church already. You know what I mean? Like it's what we do. You know what I mean? It's what we talk about. It's things that, you know, they're important to us, you know, that a lot of people don't know. We just sharing it with y'all. So if you're listening, if you're tuning in, thank y'all so much. Make sure, you know, you pull up in a comfortable spot, you eat some, you know, you listen because there's gonna be some good nuggets coming out of here. You know what I'm
Hey.
saying?
Right.
It's love, man. It's love.
Talk that shit. So, how we usually go about the show, bro, is, you know what I mean, Kay and I recap our week, and then we kind of hand the show over to you. So, you know, we kind of just want to get in, you know, your origin story in a sense, right? We want to kind of get, how you say it, bro? From the,
From the knee high to the tree high.
you know what I'm saying?
like
So we
that.
want to
The
go from,
origin story.
Yeah.
like that.
So we want to know.
That's cool. From the knee high.
Uh,
Wait, say it again. Sorry.
No,
Nah, from the knee high to the tree high. You did.
Yeah. So we want to get all things Randy from the beginning to, you know what I mean, to right now in a sense. And then we just gonna, you know, figure out the nuggets through in between. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, I know a lot of nuggets, but the people don't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we want to, and I'm sure I'm gonna learn some stuff too. So
Amen.
I'm here for the education as well. So how was your week?
Who that?
You?
It's UK.
Oh, the ringing.
Oh yeah, that's my
Okay, we all good. How's my week? Oh, bro. My week.
Thursday to Thursday.
Stick and move, stick and move, hit and miss, man. You know, an average week for an entrepreneur. I mean, you know, we get into it. We know we take losses, we fall down, but we get up. That's how the song go, right? So, I mean, you know how it is, bro. The business that we in right now, slowing up a little bit. Them people trying to go back to school and school shopping. So, you know, we only catering to certain individuals.
Low ticket.
Yeah, low ticket and other tickets. You know what I'm getting at. But, I mean, yeah, everything been great, bro.
Give me your high and your low.
My high and my low. Man, peak. What the month is? July.
Yeah, I'm talking
Son's
about
birthday, man.
I'm talking about for the week.
Amen.
But yeah, that's good.
My
That's
son's
good.
birthday.
That's
I mean, for
definitely-
the week, yeah, but I had to stretch it out a little bit,
I
bro.
see what
These
you
7
did.
days been super regular. But nah, my son's birthday, man. I got an 8-year-old now. Shout out to that.
Hey,
Man, guys, shout out to
One of my,
Fatherhood.
yeah, for
my
sure.
boy KJ.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. Hey, look, like that right there is amazing. Yes.
That's right.
Nah, seriously. Amen.
Appreciate that, bro.
Thank you. That's love.
And one of my lows this week, man, we still running down people for cars, man. We've been doing this for so many years, bro.
Yeah.
And we still got to run people down for our cars. We still chasing our money that you owe us. So
Yeah.
that's it.
That ain't love, man. You know, you got to be considerate. You know what I mean? You just heard the homie talking about his son. You know, like we got problems too.
Come on, man.
I think we got to be more conscious of that.
If you owe a man, pay a man.
If you owe a man, pay that man. You know, the Bible talks about that. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed and agree.
I ain't gonna look. That's another. Look, I know I was gonna get y'all church, but look, y'all don't want church. Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, like we'll say those conversations for offline.
Okay,
You know what
okay.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah,
No.
but seriously,
We gonna talk about that
yeah,
too.
Yeah, amen.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. So my week, highs and lows. Week's been pretty good. Thursday. Dang. Week kind of really flew by for
I'm
me.
talking about track speed,
Yeah, like it's been kind of a blur in a sense.
Hellcat speed. That's why I took it back to the whole month,
Yeah, tried to.
bro.
Yeah, no, I feel like I mean this week. Well, no, we got a lot of work done.
God's greatest.
Yeah, we got a lot of work done at the t-shirt shop. Bumpers came in.
Ambitious
for cars.
Graphics.
And, yeah. Ambitious Graphics turned up. We got a lot of we got bumpers in for cars, so those about to go back on the road.
Okay.
I got a call today about the RAV4 that's been out forever.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's about to hopefully hit the streets again.
But
I
it's
got
gone
call-
like a year, right?
Yeah, almost. I mean, over a year, I think.
Yeah.
Got a call about insurance. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm low risk.
Some more than others.
Some people get called, some
Some
people
people
don't.
don't.
You know what I mean? Low risk shouty.
We're gonna make it work.
That's what they call me.
Rich shouted.
That's what they call me. Low risk shouty. So I got put on a VIP list for an insurance company. That's
Now
about
you
to-
gloating.
I mean, a little bit. I mean, you already put me here, so I might as well goddamn step in my bag. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, so that's all good. And yeah, man, like I feel like you on the low ticket end, like on the low end, like yo, cars like I hate having to chase people for money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Sure.
that's what's going on right now. And you know, you kind of understand the state of the economy a little bit. You know what I mean? Like you hear about it sometimes, but you don't get affected by it. But like it's affecting us, and
Yeah,
we
for
can
sure.
see it. You know
We
what I'm
seeing
saying?
direct hits.
Yeah, like when
It's
people
like on the retail store and just people are just stealing more than just buying.
Right. And then I mean, there's not, you know, you don't. Everybody's like, yo, what's the cheapest thing you got?
Yeah.
All the cheap cars gone. So
Yeah.
this is what we got left. Like, oh, I'm gonna hit you up another time.
Yeah, for sure.
Cold game.
Yeah.
Keep smiling.
Yeah.
That's it. And they didn't agree. Come on, man.
It's a cold game. Keep smiling.
Keep
I
smiling.
love
It's
it.
a cold game. Keep smiling. And you know, not to cut the big homie off, man. You know, but just to tune in on that. You know, my highs and lows.
Yeah, for sure.
My highs is being able to wake up, man. You know, and being able to experience life. You know what I'm saying? You know, being able to sell really cool socks.
Hey.
You know, knit
Hey.
woven.
Hey.
You know, like
For sure.
kind of one. You know, great colors, multiple colors. You know,
Flavors.
flavors, plenty of flavors. You know, I told the homie, you know what I'm saying, hey man, I ain't want to fill your table up. You know?
but
sure.
but you could though.
I could
have.
I
Definitely could.
Hey, thank you, Black.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. I love this dude forever for that, man. You know, but yeah. So you know, being able to see my family, being able to, you know, be a positive ball of energy. You know, I often tell my students, because I'm an artist full time forever, but I'm also a teacher right now, an educator, and you know, I tell my students all the time, you know, be what you don't see. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like that's my high, like being able to be what I don't see. And a lot of times it can be the low of it too, though, because you're so much of that all the time. You know what I'm saying? You know, to where, you know, like I hear y'all discussing about, you know, people not paying on time, you know, or having to chase people down for their money. You know, people are calling me for money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like my students are calling me for money. You know what I'm saying? And you know, their parents. And I'm not outing anybody or anything like that, but it's just so,
It's a lot.
yeah, spiritual, hearing how all of it is, you know, like, again, man, you know, it,
Interconnected.
yeah.
Like it coinciding is like it's dripping down in every aspect of like people's lives. Like people don't literally owe you money, but you know people who need money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
man.
So
You
same
know what
way
I'm
for
saying?
us.
Yeah, you know, and like that, but see, a lot of that comes with, you know, us not understanding money. You know, like the psychology
That's
we
a
have
fact.
of money. You know, the black community in particular. You know what I'm saying? And me and you had these conversations all the time.
All
You know
the
what I'm
time,
saying? You
bro.
know, like,
And my boy D, shout out to him.
man, shout out to my brother. Man, black man, I love you, black man. Nah, but yeah, you know, look, man, I'm praying for the community. I'm praying worldwide. You know, K made mention earlier, you know, global. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You know, and I immediately thought of, you know, how there's so many great black people doing great things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And there's so many black people also struggling. You know, like the highs and the lows. You know,
Yeah.
the black community, right? You know
Definitely.
what I'm saying? You know, and it's a lot of lows and it's a lot of highs. You know, but we got to feed more into the highs, and you know, praise through the lows.
Yeah,
Makes
definitely,
sense.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So, like, to me,
Yeah.
that's my highs and lows,
Oh, wait,
man. Yeah,
we doing that. We doing that. We doing that. Yeah, we doing that.
Oh yeah, that
Everywhere.
Hard, Randy H, baby. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, man, Randy H, man.
That's right.
God's
That's right.
greatest.
That's right. So this is a section of the show that we kind of handed over to you, bro. Like we wanna get all in your business. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for sure.
We wanna go all the way from the origin story, right? Want to
From the
start,
womb when you first came out.
you know what I'm saying, and
God's
then
greatest.
all the way to here.
Sibling life, growing
Yeah.
up,
So,
young
like-
Randy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Young
We want to
Randy.
hear it all. But
Young Randy.
before you get any words out, we got to big you up first so you can coast them out.
Indeed,
Wayne,
agreed.
Crank it up.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, this my brother, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get to say that about a lot of people. I say I get to interview my friends, but I'm interviewing my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I first met him in this building. You know what I'm saying? I first met him. He just walked in on some like, yo, just kind of like checking stuff out. Like, heard about you. Like, you know what I mean? What's going on?
That's cool, man.
And we just kind of like chopped it up and just like been writing ever since. So he's a artist. He's to say the least, like he's a change maker. You know what I mean? First and foremost, he's a God-fearing
greatest.
man. He's an educator. Like I said, he's an artist. He's like so many different things. But you know what I mean? All in all, like it's a love, man.
Entrepreneur, bro.
Oh yeah,
Check out the
definitely
sauce.
entrepreneur.
Check out
for
the
sure.
gear,
You
bro.
know what I mean? Like,
We being humble.
He a,
Yeah.
he a brand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A brand in itself. I mean,
Right,
come on,
walking
bro.
brand.
Man, walking brand, bro.
that's it.
Always,
You know what I mean?
always,
So
always.
this is
God's greatest.
Mr.
The man, the myth,
Uh.
the legend.
Randy
Randy
Hart.
Talk to him.
Look, you got to say the name low. Randy Hart.
Randy Hart. Randy Hart. Yeah, you know, like
Let's do
lately,
it.
man, I've been thinking about dropping a heart, like, and just saying Randy H. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, like sometimes I struggle with it because
That's
you know,
like dropping a little.
No,
Just
man.
Bow Wow.
But the heart solidifies like
Yeah, it's big
Yeah.
for the love.
it
For the
like
love.
it stands alone. Like
that's why I can't do it.
first name, last name. You know, like it's I don't know. It just means more than just Randy H. Like, okay, yeah, they can be anybody.
Right.
Nah, Randy Hart, motherfucker, the one salt with the hearts. You know what I'm saying? With
Right.
the clouds. You know,
Hearts
it's
and
me.
clouds,
What
man.
the H
God's
stand
greatest.
for?
Yeah, Hearts and
That's it.
clouds,
Talk
man.
to him.
Where you
That's
from,
it.
man?
So yeah, tell
Born
me,
and raised.
get
Where
us
you-
get
where
us
you
a
at with it?
story.
Yeah, so I don't think a lot of people know this. Excuse me. So I was a Navy child, you know. So my mother and my father were both in the Navy, military, and they gallivanted, meaning that we traveled a lot. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I had the opportunity to live in Italy, South Carolina, you know, Virginia. I was born in Virginia. You know, my parents met.
Okay, 2 up, 2 down.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Chris Brown.
2 times.
This nigga's crazy. 2 up, 2 down. What you here? Nah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, you know, my parents, man, like they met, you know, in Cali, You know what I'm saying? And it was just a beautiful experience. But, you know, I always tell people when I tell this story that life happened or life started happening once I separated from like the military lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Because all your parents, all your friends' parents did the same work. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, everybody's life was kind of sort of the same. You know what I mean?
Cookie cutter. And
Cookie cutter.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? And yeah, you know, but I mean, it's a beautiful experience, man. You know, because you're able to be around so many different types of people. But like I said, going back to 97, you know, my parents divorced. Well, like 96, 97, my parents divorced. I moved here in Macon. I didn't at the time. Macon was totally different than what it is now. A lot of things I ain't gonna speak
97?
on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you know, there were a lot of rules in place, a lot of strategic living. You know what I'm saying? That was like, nah, you know, I wasn't used to, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really see, because like I said, you know, everybody had a job. You know what I mean? I didn't really see poverty. I didn't see, you know, teachers that didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, yeah, like, it was just a totally different experience, man. I never forget, man.
Especially because you world traveled. Like, you done seen, you know, education and experience different parts of the world. Yeah.
Quality, man. You know what I'm saying? The quality of education. You know what I mean? And I didn't really break that down until I got older. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you know, like I was able to experience different types of education, you know? And, you know, again, like growing up, I had a beautiful, you know, childhood. You know what I'm saying?
Any siblings?
Oh, yeah, man. Shout out to my brothers, man. I love my brothers, man. Yeah, man. Give me the heart.
Yeah,
bro.
definitely.
Yo, man, in my hearts, bro. Yeah, I got 3 brothers. You know what I'm saying? And my parents divorced, but we moved here in '97, and that's when I saw a totally different world. You know, so you know, I always tell people I'm from here because a lot happened to me for me here. You know what I'm saying? I really like evolved. You know what I'm saying? Here, you know, I spent.
So how old was you when you moved here?
I was 12 years old when I moved here, and I was 18 when I graduated high school, and I left for college. I lived in Atlanta for 4 years, and then I moved from Atlanta. I moved to New York. You know, I had never lived in New York. You know what I mean? You talk about New York. You know what I'm saying?
What brought you there? I hear the transition, but what takes you from Atlanta to New York?
Man, look, you know, like in order for me to talk about that, I had to tell you first how it all started. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, respectfully, you know, it all started, man, with my mom seeing my gift. You know what I'm saying? Like I would draw on everything. You know what I mean? And my mom was like, "Yo, you know, you need to take these bottles of squeeze paint, these T-shirts, and you can make it a business." You know what I'm saying? Like you can sell it to your friends, you can sell it, you know, to whoever you want to. And that's exactly what I did. You know, I would draw on her table, man. She had this marble table, man, like that. I just would, like, back then it was cassette tapes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm that cool. You know what I mean? But back then it was on cassette tapes, and you know, I would just fall in, you know, the magic of it all, you know, like the nostalgia, like just being able to be in that moment of creating and you know, putting it on T-shirts. And I would sell them, you know, to my teachers. I would sell them to my friends, you know, and it was just different pictures with like quotes, but I would always write Rand Cadana on the sleeve. And at the time,
Hold on, wait, run that back. What was the name?
yeah, Rand Cadana.
Rand Cadana. What's that?
Rand Cadana, to me, man, Randy could do anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As I got older, and like a lot of folks here in Macon, and like that's why I say I'm from Macon, because I drove around and I was hopping out the trunk, selling stuff out the trunk, man. You know, Rand Cadana shirts, selling stuff in, you know, Rockabillys, you know, Rand Cadana shirts, like, you know, yeah. So a lot of the homies know I've been doing this for a long time, you know. So like for me, you know, again, I'm working up to that, but there's so much to say about it.
got you.
Right? But back to, you know, the childhood. So, you know, I would sell these shirts and people would buy them, you know. And I enjoyed it, man. Like it kept me present. It kept me creative. You know what I'm saying? It kept me evolving, you know, because it's that one thing that I felt so attached to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, to answer some of that. But
No, I'm with you.
No, you keep going.
yeah,
Well, let me intervene. For your mom to come with the idea of selling the shirts, well, did she have any like entrepreneurial journeys in her life? Anything that she did outside of, say she was military, right?
Yeah. My mother was military. Shout out to my mom, man. I love this lady so much because she's so beautiful, and
Big shout
she's
out.
so beautiful inside out, man. Like she's like an ultimate pillar in my career, in my life, and you know, allowing me to, you know, respect and protect the black woman. You know what I'm saying? And praise the black woman. You know, because we get so many negative stigmas about black men don't love black women. And that's a totally different church. That's a totally different sermon right there. You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
You know what I mean?
Amen.
But,
Amen.
But nah, but seriously, where was I at?
Your mom.
My mom, yes, an entrepreneur. So my mother, I'm gonna go out and share a little bit with y'all, because I'm on the Homies podcast. My mother didn't grow up in a positive environment, believe it or not, for me to be so loving. But what my mom did is something that I hope every mother can do. My mom took a negative situation, she took pain, and she turned it into love. She said, you know what? In spite of my mom mistreating me because I'm light-skinned, and all my siblings are dark, yeah, true story. Colorism at its finest, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And I tell my students, I tell the homies, like when we had when we have these kind of conversations and when we have church, you know what I'm saying? I talk about this sometimes, like how it's so important to love your child. You know what I'm saying? Like, we often tell each other, yo, I love you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Or, somebody you're dealing with, hey, I love you. You know what I'm saying? But, do you really love me though?
Right. Do
You
you
know what
show
I'm
it?
saying?
Do you show it?
No.
Yeah. I mean, like, do you show it? Like, are you there every day? Are you telling me? Are you showing me? Are you making me feel love when nobody else loves me? You know what I'm saying? So, my mother didn't grow up in that environment. So to answer your question, bro, no, my mother was not an entrepreneur, but my mother was a beautiful spirit and still is. And like, God had his hands on her, you know what I'm saying? For a long time. And, she's a survivor. She's a protector. She's awesome. She's brilliant. She's a doctor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yo, man, like, shit, like, homie, my mom, man. You know what I'm saying? My mom, and I mean, she does amazing things for my kids. Like we collaborate a lot. For my students, we're always buying, things for my kids and making treats and stuff for my kids. I love my mom, but she's an entrepreneur. She's an entrepreneur now more so than what she was growing up.
Okay,
entrepreneurship wasn't taught to her. Like her father had a 4th grade education, you know what I'm saying? And her mother, didn't have a high school education at all. I think she might have made it to like the 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? And like they were like my mother grew up in Toledo, so a lot of my folks from my mother's side,
right?
Ohio, yeah.
A lot of my folks on my mother's side is from Detroit and
Screen
Ohio.
black.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on one second.
And
Keep it going, bro.
yeah. My mother is a lot of her side of her folks is from Ohio and Detroit, and my father's folks, is more so Mississippi and New Orleans. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
yeah, like that's where all my family at. My oldest brother, shout out my oldest brother, he in Cali right now. I just celebrated my niecey Pooh.
Let's
Right,
go.
man. Big homie, I'm still cooler than you, nigga. I love that nigga though, man. That nigga that can talk about himself. Look, that's the nigga who need to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not good at talking about myself. That nigga gonna talk about himself.
Hey, you good at it.
Nah, for real. But yeah. So yeah, shout out my brother, man. Shout out to my niecey Pooh. She just turned 15.
Oh,
Yeah. Praise God, seeing her grow. We're very family oriented. So, and that's something that my mother's family wasn't. So, growing up in her house, me and my brothers wasn't allowed to argue. Whenever we was like, let's say if me and my brother was arguing about this sock, she gonna take them socks and throw them socks away, man. Like, nah, fuck these socks.
Yeah.
Hug your brother. You know what I'm saying? Because again, she grew up in that household where, her sister didn't, appreciate her or acknowledge her, and my grandmother allowed a lot of this activity. And I'm sharing this because people look at you and they think, oh, he ain't never been through nothing,
Yeah.
right?
No,
You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
he came. Everything was good for him.
everything's good for him. Yeah, everything's perfect. No, man, like these are, every person that is willing to talk to you, that's a person that has a story, and every person that doesn't talk to you is a person that you need to think that they have a story. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the person that's crying out for help, those are the people you need to help with their story. Does that make sense?
No, perfect.
You know that?
Perfect.
You know what I'm saying? So, so seriously, man, it's a lot going on in the world, but it's a lot going on in our community. And, I thank God that my mother broke that curse, you know what I'm saying, with me and my brothers, man, and like, supporting me, man, my gifts, man, my mother, and
And like she seen something in you first, like that you probably didn't even see.
That you didn't
Like
see
you said,
yourself?
she was the first, I guess, person to tell you, hey man, you killing the drawing. Like you're an artist, bro. Hey, get this, put it together and sell it.
You could do it.
Black man, I'm gonna be real with you. Every woman listening to this podcast, if you're a mother, I acknowledge you. I love you. If you're not a mother yet, I acknowledge you. I'm praying for you. But one thing I will say to support that statement is that that's motherhood, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like women are, you know, the librarians of the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah. It's like seriously, like women are the librarians of the earth, bro. And like, you know, that's how my mother was, man. You know, she didn't allow jealousy or whatever it was that she went through to, you know, say, hey, you
Spill
know
over.
what? Yeah, spill over,
Yeah,
man. Like,
for sure.
and that's what we got to do, man. Like,
Yeah,
trauma's
okay.
gonna happen. Trauma, like,
Let me ask you the
Please,
question.
please,
sorry
please,
to
sorry.
cut
No,
you
no,
off.
no, please.
Because this is a great conversation to kind of veer off, you know, take a lot of tension off you and let's kind of freestyle a little bit. Okay, so I clearly hear from, you know, what you're saying that you had a mother who was traumatized, you know, had her things growing like as she was growing up that could clearly affected her in raising her kids. Is there a excuse for people who try to use post trauma to make it a reason why they're acting out in today's like society?
it's a choice.
Definitely.
But
choice.
does that give them an excuse? Because you clearly said it now.
You
Like,
gotta
hey,
focus on the choice.
focus on the choice.
It's a choice. Excuse to me is like the procrastination.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like it's a laziness, right?
So no
It's like,
excuse.
oh, I don't want to. Yeah, man, no excuse.
Oh, there we go.
that child comes
that's
from
what
you.
I wanted.
That
to hear.
child comes from you.
That's what I wanted to
That
hear.
child comes from you.
Man, clap that up, Wayne.
That child comes from you. All right, come on, man. Like, nah, look, man. Like, we gotta fix that. And I'm not on this podcast. I'm not here with my brothers to preach. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not here to act like, you know.
Everything's all together.
Yeah, but I'm just, you know, word of advice, you know, based off of being an educator, based off being a
sure.
black man, based off of being Randy H, based off of being a son, an uncle, you know, a friend, a best friend. You know what I mean? Like,
So many hats.
Yo, yeah, so many hats. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
sure.
Like, yo, man, like
But your opinion
we
matters
have
though,
to.
bro, because
Yeah,
you're coming from a voice of somebody who's
Been
mother
through it.
experienced trauma, and you clearly seen there was a change.
My mama made a choice. And my mama made
Exactly.
a beautiful choice. And she made beautiful
But
boys.
us as black
You know what I'm
people
saying?
in big voices that like to say, no, it's trauma. It's this right here. We need so much therapy, which is fine. Therapy is cool.
Therapy is needed. We
Therapy
need
is
therapy.
needed.
We
We
definitely
do need therapy.
Therapy
For sure.
is why we have to make therapy cool.
Therapy is
Like,
fine.
we make drinking cool. Like we make smoking cool. Like we make going to these clubs cool.
That's it.
Nah,
Like,
man.
hey,
And
bro,
again,
did
I'm
you go
not
to
here to
therapy
preach on
today?
it.
Type
Man,
stuff.
bro.
You know
Are
what I
you
mean? Like,
okay?
how
You
was
okay,
your
black
therapy?
man?
You know what
Black
I mean?
man.
How was your therapy?
Black man, I see you, black man. Like, bro, a lot of this stuff is so misconstrued because if we just look, man, the Bible says, "Yo, acknowledge me in all things." Right? That's what the Bible say.
For sure.
And look, look like the Quran say, and Buddhists believe, but it's all about acknowledgement. Acknowledge me. You know what I'm saying? Like show love, bro. You know that's why I say,
want to
man,
be seen. Want to be known.
I tell my scholars it's free to be kind. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Big
like
time.
you and like kindness will take you places that education can't. And sometimes like we gotta change the narrative, man. Like talent will get you there, but character gonna keep you there. You
That's
know what I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like for me, man. We have to focus on making the right choices to the best that we can. Like really working on the like doing all the things we don't want to fucking do. You know what I'm saying? Like because that's
rough.
yeah, bro. That's what a breakthrough. Excuse me. That's what a breakthrough is. You know what I'm saying? If we do all things we don't want to do, things that make us uncomfortable, those that's where our breakthrough is. You know what I'm saying?
Every
Like when
time.
we stop worrying about, hey man,
What people think.
yeah, man, like yo, man, like
And that's what it is. It's like trying to fit in because
Trying to fit
nobody
in.
wants the young adults now. Nobody wants to say, "Hey, I wake up, I go to work every day." Or I'm just a law-abiding citizen. Like everybody want to stick with the trends, the music. Like the music is a big problem. I don't care what nobody says. So like that's
well because music is a chant. Like not to cut you off.
no,
G.
go ahead, keep it. I'm with you.
Yeah, like that's because music ain't nothing but chants and like it's words. Words are powerful. Like again, the Bible speaks on that. You know what I'm saying? It's life and death and the power of the tongue. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I say that to say, I love hip hop. I respect. Like being older, I'm not gonna disrespect. Like, and I've kind of had to evolve my philosophy of that because I'm getting older, and like I work with kids every day, and they play, what they play, and I try to play it for them to kind of create that space of, hey, like this is a creative space. You know what I'm saying? Like this is my way. Hey, I just dropped the ice, nigga. Yeah, this is like this is a space where you can be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And be like so the creativity can come out. But I say all that to say, yes, I agree with you. but it's not just the music. Like the music is the main thing, right? But it's also, you know, the narrative. You know what I mean? Like it's the big homie that's not taking time to tell the little homie in the proper delivery. In the proper delivery.
That's
proper
huge.
delivery.
That's huge.
Let me get a heartbeat with that.
Yeah,
proper
definitely.
delivery.
Yeah.
Proper delivery. Keep saying that. You can say whatever you want to say.
For
But
sure.
you have to have the proper delivery. You know what I'm saying? Like you cannot talk to none of these kids. Like I ain't scared of none of these kids.
For sure, for
None
sure.
of them, bro. Like because I'm gonna come at them on some real. Like I'm coming with love, bro. Like hey, black man. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Yeah.
look, man, how you doing, man? Hey, you know I'm gonna give them a compliment before I give them, you know, what may come across as confrontational.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
criticize.
Because we have to think, how many positive black males is this young brother really gonna see that
Right.
day?
Or he
you know
got-
what I'm saying?
yeah, access
Somebody's
to-
going to acknowledge him.
Yeah.
Listen, man, let me tell you something. And I'm not trying to be rude. I ain't trying to be messy, you know, but I'm just being real. Look, like we have a church. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Most black men who don't know me, who speak to me, they're asking me for something. Asking me for something.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
And like my whole thing is I teach my students, I say, hey, look, never ask a black man or any man for anything until you speak to that man first. If you are vulnerable enough to ask for something, like which is okay. You know, like, yo, ask for help, like ask for anything. But acknowledge me first. You know, like yo, I'm a human being, like cause yo, I have problems too. Like
Right.
I have hella problems. Like, yo, like, bro, we can all drop our problems in here and you gonna
Fill the room.
Yeah,
We
you
gonna fill the room.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, yo, you know, acknowledge the person, man. We're all people down here going through something. And I think people have, and me and you were just talking about this the other day. People
Definitely.
have this fake narrative, you know, because they see, you know, what you got on, you know.
You
know,
polished. They
yeah,
see the
yeah.
tip of the iceberg. They
Man,
don't see the underneath.
Man, they don't see the underneath. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of, you know, look, you know, everybody say want to be a millionaire, but it's a lot of L's in the word million. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
wow.
look,
hard.
Come on.
you know, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna take.
That's took.
That's stolen.
Stole.
I'm serious though, bro. Like, bro,
What,
you know.
what's the saying?
What he just said?
Yeah.
He said it's a lot of L's. He said we don't know, people don't know how many L's we took, and there's a lot of L's in the word million.
There you go. I just want to make sure.
man, like, bro.
Make sure. Make sure
Nah,
you
man,
had.
look, man, we
you
having
retained
church,
it.
man. We having church,
Why?
bro. We having church, man. Like, listen.
Blew my mind with that one.
Me and Wayne was just talking about this, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you know, yeah, you have a business, and that's cool. Praise God. Like, but guess what? That business has expenses. You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
And then, you know, that money that you're bringing in, you know, you have responsibilities, you have vices. You know what I'm saying? You know, all of these things that you do. And I'm not here to say that I'm not willing to help. I'm not willing to be God's love. But, you know, at some point, you know what I'm saying? You know, you got to get that love back.
You believe in karma?
Do I believe in karma? Absolutely. I believe in karma.
Well, hold on, we're gonna make that another conversation. Well, let's go back to
I believe in karma.
that's an old podcast topic. That's why I just shot it out there real fast. But nah, man. So listen, you moving to New York. You said you're 18
Yes.
years old. You
Go
finished
back to
college.
Yes.
And you moved to New York. Okay, that's
Hey,
what
make
we
sure y'all sharing this
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah,
by the
yeah.
way, man.
Like, share, subscribe.
Share. We
Share,
need more
share.
people
Go
to get it.
ParkerCloud.com. Purchase
Yes.
some of the greatest socks in the world, man. These
so.
socks are comfortable.
As
These socks are
heck.
creative.
It's the
These
only socks we wear,
Only
baby.
socks we wear. I got them on now. You know what I'm saying?
Let's
Peace
go.
and love, man. Everybody who has purchased a pair of socks in the city, you know, you were supporting not just, you know, Parker Cloud, but you're supporting and becoming a part of a love network. And I appreciate it. I love y'all for that.
Indeed and agreed.
But back to what the homie was saying. Yeah, so I'm living in New York. Well, first I lived in Atlanta, then I lived in New York. Then I
How
lived
was Atlanta living?
Man, yeah, like Atlanta. When I left Macon, Atlanta was beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Like, Atlanta was so different than what it is now. You know, Atlanta was, I mean, it's beautiful women. You know what I mean? And you know, the vibe was different. You know, like it was a lot of, it wasn't as vibrant and creative as it is now, but it had its own look. You know, it was like the place that you needed to be, the place you wanted to be. Now I feel like it's kind of, you know,
Watered
overpopulated.
down. Yeah.
Yeah, overpopulated. But you know, again, I'm from Macon. You know, peace and love to everybody that lives in Atlanta. You know, but I couldn't live in Atlanta anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to live in Atlanta anymore. Like that was a goal. You know, at one point. You know, like, hey, look, shit, I'm moving. Hey, I remember, man, like moving to Atlanta, and then I still had some homies here, and the homies like, man, shit, boy, you moved all the way up there, and I'm like,
All the way.
all the way,
Yeah.
bro. I'm like,
90 miles, 1 hour.
bruh, seriously, you know.
What years were you living in Atlanta? Just to give me a headspace on.
Yeah, years. So I was living in Atlanta from 2003 all the way to 2009. 9
Golden years.
golden years, bro. That's what I'm saying. bro.
Golden
Like,
years.
It's some things on here that I'm not even gonna say because I know, my kids might watch, so I'm not gonna do it, But yeah, like the golden
golden
years.
It was getting
Wow,
real.
That's real Atlanta.
Getting real in the
Yeah,
land.
like bro, it was a
for sure.
beautiful place, man. Like
That's
and
a
I'm
clear
not-
visual of how
Yeah.
you're describing it.
Like,
That's
listen, man.
that was a black
Listen,
Mecca
man.
for sure.
Yeah.
And bro, thanks for saying that.
Yeah.
A black Mecca. Like
Yeah.
Wayne said it best. Yes, a black Mecca. Like now it's kind of like
That was around the time I got exposed to Atlanta. Like my cousin was going to Morehouse. And I used to go down
UC.
every year. Yeah. And I used to go down for his homecoming. You know what I'm saying? Like I got the first time I was a senior in high school because he's always 1 year ahead of me. But he was a senior. I was a senior in high school, and I went down for the first time. He was a freshman. Blew my mind because I never seen that many successful black people that wasn't dealing drugs.
amen.
You know what I'm
Amen.
saying?
I got a story for that too. Thanks for saying that.
Yeah, and that changed the game for me.
Changed the game for me.
Yeah.
And quick story, I had to share the story because I share this story with my scholars a lot. So I was living in Atlanta, and I'm so thankful you said that. I was living in Atlanta, and it was my first time seeing a black man in a Bentley, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my best boy, man, we was at Bank of America, and I'm young, all right, like I wasn't. Let me move this damn car. Got water everywhere, y'all. Like, I was living in Atlanta, and I was at the bank, me and my best friend, and I saw this older gentleman. He was in a black Bentley and he had the straw player hat on, old school nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was clean. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't loud, he wasn't excessive. He got out of the car. I don't know what he was going through.
Yeah.
Being 39 years old, I don't know what that man was going through.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? But just the fact that I saw a black man in a Bentley, and I had you saw it in the videos, you know what I'm saying? So it was cool then because you was able to put yourself in that same scene, right? Like it's gonna be me one day, right? You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Looking at the video, but it's different when it's in person.
It's different when it's in person. And growing up in Macon, I never saw that growing up in Macon. You know what I mean? And long story short, I remember being, I walked into him, I was like, excuse me, sir. I was like, man, like, what'd you do to get that? I'm young, man. I'm
Wow,
like,
that's honest though.
yeah, I was honest. Like I was asking him I had to because it takes courage to walk up to people and talk to people.
Definitely
right?
somebody that's
always
super
had that.
successful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I always want to know, hey, what do you do?
Right.
I tell my scholars all the time, man, talk to people. Like
Definitely.
our kids don't talk to people. Talk to people.
No, they don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was talking to everybody. I was like, hey, sir, like, what type of work do you do? Like, what did you do to get that? And that brother looked at me. He was like, man, faith, man. And I said, yeah, I know that,
That's
but
Yeah.
That's surface level. What you really do?
Right. I get what you're saying, brother. But I'm talking about literally.
bruh. And like again, that's what my ignorant 21-year-old self is telling this man. Like yeah, I know. Like I grew up in the church. I know. That, you know what I'm saying? But what did you do? Like what do you do? He was like, man, that's all I got for you, man.
Wow.
True story. And I thought, let me look at the camera and say this. I thought he was hating. You know what I'm saying?
Gatekeeping.
You know what I'm saying? At times, like, old nigga, like, damn, man.
I would have felt like that
That's
too.
fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My
I still feel like
21-year-old
that.
self, right?
Yeah.
I'm mad at him.
Man, right. I'm mad at him.
Nah, but I'm pretty sure you finna clean it up.
I am.
Okay.
I am. Yeah. Watch this. As you go through life, you know what I'm saying, and as you take risk, and if you're a praying person, right? Or even, I feel like even if you don't
not.
pray sometimes,
Yeah.
if
If you got goals,
if you lifing,
if
you have goals,
you're praying. If you got goals, you praying.
You praying? You
That's
want
a that's a
Listen,
prayer.
man, listen. Look, man, we having church today, man. Hey, man, which camera I'm looking at? Nah, for real. Yeah, man, God's the greatest.
Yeah.
Park Cloud socks. Nah, but seriously, so as you go through life, man, and like as you fail and as you lose and as you get embarrassed and as you cry and as as you're hungry and as you're starving and as you're, just like constantly fucking losing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be like back to back to back. You're like, God damn, my boy, like shit.
Yeah.
Bro. Like damn, like
Break me free.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I don't know, right?
When the
You know what
drop
I'm saying?
coming.
Free me till I'm free.
When the lit coming.
But see, here's the thing though. That old black man never told me a lie though.
Yeah.
Never told me a lie though.
Don't
That
do
black, I don't know what that black man did. He never told me a lie though.
Yeah.
He said, faith, man. He was like, man, that's all I got for you, young brother.
For sure.
And like, I wish I could see that man, tell that man, now I understand. Like, thank you, like thank you for even telling me that, because that was the best answer. And if I know what I know now, I would have told him, hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. You know what I'm saying?
sure.
Because it is faith. Like,
And that answer that he could have changed the trajectory, right? Because that answer he could have gave would have been like, oh, now I'm going down a rabbit hole of what he do because I want what he has. In comparison to like, all right, whatever that means, let me keep running my race. But I'm always keeping that in my brain, like, yo, he said faith. Okay, it always resonate, right? Because if it didn't, you wouldn't remember that.
You can just implement that answer with everything you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Instead of just trying to be a cookie cutter. You said you real estate. All right,
Right.
I'm just real estate.
Because I
no
want that. I
faith,
want that life. I
no
want
trials
that
and
look.
tribulations. The only thing he said was real estate. So I'm just gonna keep trying to
Go-
sell a house or something.
I'll go crazy
So,
in real
yeah,
estate. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So
I think that faith answer filled like a void in like all aspects, just like we saying.
say that.
that was the water to the seed.
Amen.
Yeah.
That was the
grace
water
for
to the
that,
seed.
man.
Sure.
Water to seed.
Yeah, you welcome. You can have that too.
That's cool. Gatekeeping ass Bentley driving. nah, that was real though, bro. That was real. So we in New York now, bro.
Yeah. So we in New York now, man. It's probably like, so we in New York. So it's like 2009. It's like so fast, man. Like it was a great experience, beautiful experience. I mean, like I had fun.
Which part of New York?
So I lived in Long Island.
Okay.
Yeah, I lived in Long Island, but that didn't stop me from going to Queens and going to Club Onyx.
Okay. Shout out to that.
I probably shouldn't have said that, but yeah.
Hey, man,
We here now.
We all live the life. We all live the life.
Yeah,
you know?
But see, I was young. Like strip club, and see, like that was my thing, man.
Yeah.
Oh shit, like, cause again, like being in
Atlanta.
Atlanta in 2003,
for
2009,
sure.
like, bro,
That's
like
heavy
like,
strip
bro,
club
that was a
culture.
heavy
Like,
strip
it's
club.
like-
that was the real strip club
Yeah.
culture. You know what I'm saying?
And it wasn't like people
no
would go
fake
to the
bodies.
strip club in comparison to a regular club. Like that's where people go.
Yeah, we chilling.
Yeah.
So nah, yeah,
Some of the best food.
yeah. Oh man, some of the best wings in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, but yeah. So I did some work with Rockaware. That was a beautiful experience.
He tried. He tried. He tried to.
I just know this man to try to slide over
did.
the Rockaware.
He did.
Nah, man. I'm being honest.
It was honest, but bro, you tried to just,
I did some work with.
you know what I mean?
Rockaware.
Rockaware, then I just moved back to Georgia. No, bro. Bring it back.
Nah, look, yeah,
on.
look, beautiful story, man. You know what I'm saying? Like even how that transpired, in itself was a faith aspect. You know what I'm saying? How that happened.
And a lot of people don't know this about
A
you.
lot of people
though,
don't
bro.
know that. A lot of people don't know that. And that was a beautiful time, man. Being able to have that experience and being able to know that the dream is real, and if you stick with it, long enough, like you're gonna get it. It's just inevitable.
Tell them what you was doing for Rockaware.
Yeah, well, I think I'll tell them that, but I think I'll tell them the story. I think the story is more important because you can apply it to yourself and anything. You know
Let's
what I'm
go.
saying? So I think the story is more important, and I think a lot of us fail to realize that.
No. We
You know what I'm
we
saying?
actually had that discussion. Is it the destination of the journey?
Yeah.
Ah,
Like literally,
yes,
like
bro.
we had that.
Success is a
discussion all the
continuing
time.
thing, bro. Like success is a continuing thing, bro. Like, and I say success because, like that's initially what you're chasing, right? But
Thing.
like, every win, every loss is a success, though. You know what I'm saying?
As long as you learning something.
As long as you learning something.
Yeah, for sure.
And going back, supplying for what Kay said, a lot of people fail and give up after, losing 2 times, 3 times, like
One
there's
time.
yeah, one time.
One time,
yeah.
the thought of losing.
Right.
sometimes.
Not losing, yeah,
Freeze them. They don't even do nothing.
Yeah, paralyzes us, and I hate that.
Make sure I hit that share button, guys.
Yeah, please, man, yeah, seriously, man. This is church right now. Cheers to y'all, man. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Proud of y'all, But yeah, so real quick story. I was living in New York, and life was great. You know what I'm saying? And I was up there, with the young lady, I had met in college. You know what I'm saying? And things didn't work out. Long story short, I'm being stubborn and like focused on that goal of that success that I saw, right? And you know, you're so focused on getting it, and you don't, and like losing to you is coming back home. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
For me, it was at the time. And this is
Definitely.
like 2009. You know, and you know, like I said, I moved up there with this girl. You know, whatever, and it was a great opportunity at the time because her parents actually were business owners. You know what I'm saying? So I learned things from them. You know what I'm saying? As well as, you know, I was able to, you know, draw in their space. Like they owned a strip club. True story. I can't make this up. It was called A Taste of Honey. You know, and it was in Long Island. Yeah, seriously, true story. I wouldn't lie to y'all. And yeah, you know, I was able to do and meet a lot of people. You know, so I was able to do stuff with the art scene around there in Long Island. That's kind of how I got around. But I was working this job that I absolutely fucking hated, man. Like I was a creditor. You know, yeah, man. Like, and I was the fucking worst at it because
Oh yeah, you got too big of a heart for that.
right? Like, bro, I remember calling the old folks, yo, man, like my manager be right next to me on some lame shit. I hated that shit.
Yeah.
That's why I tell all my kids, bro, like, bro,
That's crazy. I used to do collections, bro.
For sure.
I was crazy at collections.
Cold
I had a collection
you a
agency.
New York nigga though, you know?
Yeah,
For sure. So it fits the line. That's crazy.
I had a
you
little
moved-
collection agency, like a small joint.
That's crazy. You moved to New York to start being a creditor, and he's from New York.
Yeah.
Credit agency. Y'all messed up, bro. Y'all just want to get
Wait
people
a
money,
minute.
bro.
Hey man,
Also, New York.
we didn't give y'all the debt. We just asking for our client money.
It takes a New Yorker to.
You like that? You
It
like
takes
that?
a New Yorker.
You like that? You
Takes
like
a New
that?
Yorker to say that. I love it. Look,
You don't think you
press a button. Say it again and press a button.
Listen, man.
Hey, yo, B. We need that, B. Yo, son, you owe us.
Hey, you don't think my
$50.
client don't intend to get his money?
Yeah.
Yo,
You don't think my client don't intend to get their money? You know what I mean? So yeah, that part. But yeah. So that's crazy though.
nah. So yeah. So you know, yeah. So that was my first job when I moved to New York. You know, cause I'm, you know, man. So anyway,
Easy job to get.
yeah. Like I'm trying to get. I'm young. I'm like 22 now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Right.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? But I'm like, fucking, I'm moving to New York though. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm gonna do this shit. You know, cause I had my own apartment in Atlanta and shit. I was like, man, I'm gonna leave out shit. I ain't got no kids. I ain't married. You know, shit, baby dog, got a goddamn good situation going on. You know how New York houses are. Like, they got
Yeah,
the
the
upstairs and
brownstone.
downstairs. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we had our own setup. You know, we paid them rent. You know, it was a cool setup. Baby dog wanted to break up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, God damn. And I'm like, man, like, I ain't moving back home. You know, I'm a fucking.
I'm tough it
here to
out.
do what I, you know what I'm saying? Like, do what I want to do. But that was the first job I could get. You know what I'm saying? And long story short, you know, me and baby girl break up. So now I'm like, you know, my mom is like on me. She's like, yo, you know, you need to move back home. You know,
Right.
you ain't got no family up there. You don't know nobody. I'm like, Mom, it's a bunch of fashion design companies up here. I'm gonna work for one of them.
Yeah.
Watch what I tell you. Like, you know. So my nigga, I'm like, and like, this is personal, but I'm being honest because there's somebody listening right now that's going through something.
They in
You know what I'm
they in it
saying?
right now. They in the middle of your story. You know what I'm saying? For
like,
sure.
like, I acknowledge you. I see you. I went through it, so I can tell you how to get through it. You know what I'm saying?
And it's
Feel me
possible.
on that?
No, for
It's
sure.
possible.
Look, I told you I was gonna have church. You know what I'm saying?
Big time.
But yeah, man. You know, I'm working 2 jobs at a time because I was also working at this restaurant. I think New York was on the spot that had them, or like the East Coast really only had them. Lula Hands, like Hula Hands. I don't think it was a Hula Hands in Atlanta. Might have been at that time, like maybe, but matter of fact, it wasn't called Hula Hands, but it was just like Hula Hands, but it was another company. But anyway,
It's a chain.
yeah. So I'm like busting tables and shit, you know, at the time, and I'm also working at
The collection agent.
the collection agency. So this is before I got John Rockefeller. Excuse me, not Rockefeller, not Rockefeller, Rockaway. Excuse me. So one day, my manager wants to write me up. Now, this is after my lady, done, you know, said, "Hey, I don't want to do this no more." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I gotta find a place to stay. So you know what I'm saying. So I didn't have anywhere to stay. Be honest, I'm like sleeping out in my car. My mom doesn't know this, you know. So I'm lying to her, telling her, "Yeah, you know, I'm staying with, you know, my homegirl I went to college with. You know, everything's cool, you know." But I didn't have anywhere to stay. I had all my shit in Lexus, nigga, because I drove my Lexus up there to New York from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I had a brand new Lexus. It was a ES 300. You know, it was clean. It was clean, man. It was
Come on
clean.
with the bubble.
A lot of great nights.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Look, man,
Especially
I
in
had
the
a
bubble.
TV in there, bro.
Especially up in the
Story. Like,
especially
look,
up in
look, if you're
New
from
York,
Macon, bro, you can vouch, bro. Like, yo, like, bro, I had the TV in the whip. You know what I'm saying?
That's solid.
That's no stunt. Like,
Come on.
but nah. So, I'm living out of my car at this point. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, I'm like, yo, I can't tell my mom, you know, because I'm still scared of Mom Dukes. Like, I think.
Indeed, agree.
Like, yo, I'm scared of Mom Dukes, right? So I'm like, yo, I can't tell her this because she gonna freak out, right? So now, you know, nigga, I'm like in the snow. I don't know how to drive in the snow. You know what I mean? Like,
man.
snow is terrible in New York. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
You know, so I struggled for about a good month and a half, and then one day the manager was trying to write me up, and I was like, yo, I'm not doing this, man. You know, you can keep the write up. You know, I came out here to be a designer, man. Like, I don't even want to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This at the
This is at
collection agency? Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't say that. And by then I had already stopped working at the restaurant. So
Oh man.
this
So,
is-
so you just
yeah, so I'm just thugging. I'm not even
Blind
thinking. I'm
faith.
22. Yeah, blind faith, bro, like motherfucker. Right. So I was like, I had $570 in my checking account.
Gotcha.
Right. I'll never forget this. I had $570 in my checking account. I lived off of that $570 probably for about a good month and a half. You know what I'm saying?
man.
Yeah. Like, bro, like, because it was crazy how it worked out. Because I ended up telling my mom, okay, you know, like, because she was trying to send me some, you know, in the mail or whatever, and my mom was, you know, like, you know, you can't lie to your mom.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, because mom's just gonna ask some questions. You know what I'm saying?
it don't make sense.
And she
Don't
know
make
when you
sense.
lying.
What you saying don't make sense, man.
She know when you lying. Like, I done seen you lie from age 0 to right now, bro. You lying.
Man, so I'm like, mom, look, I'm fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
yo, look, but I'm not coming back.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My mom was like, yo, like, that was the time we was beefing. I've never beefed with
man.
my mom. My mom was like, you need to come back home.
I'll come get you.
You've lost your mind. You know what I mean? Like, bro, she's telling my brother, she's like, yo, you need to talk to your brother because your brother is on
Tripping.
this right now. Yeah, you know? so anyway, that's a breath mint I just popped in my mouth, too. I don't want y'all to say no other shit.
All right.
Now that be. Like, this nigga was doing bills. and shit. It was a breath mint, man. Nah, so anyway, yeah, so, you know, now I tell my mom. So you know, my mom reaches out to my godmother, who ironically had a brownstone in Bed-Stuy. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
wow. Do or die.
Ironically. Yeah, right? Mm-hmm. You see how I said wow, right? Watch this. Okay, so this brownstone is fucked up. Like, nigga, the ceilings is coming out, the floors
Yeah,
is
back
coming
in
out.
at that time, brownstones wasn't what brownstones is now.
Man, look, this
was the
brownstone was this brownstone was terrible, you know. But it was a place to stay, and I had to pay no rent,
That's it.
you know. So my mom was like, yeah, you know, what your aunt said, you know, she has this space, you know, and you can stay in that, you know. But I'm only giving you, you know, a month to figure it out, you know, or else, you know, I'm gonna come up. Like, my mom really said, yo, I'm gonna come up there, and you know, like, we gonna get you back down here, you know. So long story short, I end up moving into Brownstone, you know, and I'm staying in Bed-Stuy. I have never been in Brooklyn in my life, you know, at the time. And I seriously had a friend that was from New York. Her name was Dana. Shout out to Dana. I love you forever.
Yeah.
And she introduced me to her friend named Karen. Karen lived in Bed-Stuy. And, you know, Karen showed me around. You know, she brought all her friends, man. Peace and love to Karen. She brought around her friends, and, you know, I was able to make a community, you know, of people, you know, and I was fucked up, though. I was fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
you know, but I was fly, but I was fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, I was fly, you know what I mean? But I was fucked up. And the house is so fucked up, I didn't feel safe having all my stuff in the house, you know what I'm saying? So I still rode around with a lot of my stuff in the car. And it's crazy because, you know, I didn't know anybody other than the people that I knew, and it was a small group of, a lot of them were girls, you know. I really didn't mess with a lot of dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of them were girls, you know, and you know, I was at my low, and that's when I started to read a lot more, you know what I'm saying? And I was reading different all kind of books, all kind of self-help books, motivational pieces, you know what I'm saying? I was really, you know, evolving into this different type of person. And that's when, like, the birth of Parker Cloud came out. You know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, you know, about Rockaware, so I didn't get that job with Rockaware until I quit my job at the credit agency because I was like, yo, man, like he was trying to write me up. I was like, man, I'm not doing this, man. Like, bro, I ain't making no money. You know what I'm saying? You know, look, man, my girl left me, nigga. Like, I'm up here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I don't. What you talking about, nigga? I'm damn near homeless. Like, whatever, bro.
What else can I lose?
Yeah.
Bro, like all I had was what I had in my checking account, and I quit. You know what I'm saying? He was like, all right, well, good luck. You know, and that good luck turned into a good look. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit after, once I stayed stuck with it. But long story short, you know, so I'm living in this brownstone in Bed-Stuy. I don't have a job. I ended up getting this restaurant job. It's called Peaches. It was in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Cool spot. The manager was an asshole though. You know, like I honestly think she wanted to, you know, hook up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you know, like she just would do a lot. You know, and just kind of, you know, very degrading. You know. Whatever. That was like my first time having an issue with a woman. I was like, you know, yo, like I would always get along and, you know, like get a woman's attention and affection, you know, or just, you know, like get on a good side. But this chick.
No problem. It was in New York though, right?
Yeah. I mean,
That's
baby
probably one of the reasons.
Chill out. He just led you there.
Look like,
Probably one
I
of the
mean, look
reasons.
like that was just one New York chick. You know what I mean? Like, look like most New York chicks love a Southern nigga though.
It'd be cool.
You know, man, look, man, I got a lot of stories, but I'm not doing that because we're selling socks.
Yeah, for sure.
Hit that share button.
Yeah.
Share button. But seriously, it was a good time though, man. So anyway, you know, I ended up getting a job, only because I was looking for one. It was not, like, man, I was going on all these interviews, you know, and I was going to the agencies, you know, they was interviewing me, asking me these questions. I remember this one lady looking at me like I wasn't worth shit, and I knew I was clean, man. I had on, you know what I'm saying, like some cool shit. You know, I'm fly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and baby doll, man, looked at me, you know, older white lady, and she was like, nah, you know what I mean? Like, then coming back, and I'm young, you know, I'm 22, you know, I'm like, I had so many hearts in my chest, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had like 10 hearts in my chest, nigga, like, I'm ready for the world, nigga. I'm telling everybody, like, yo, I'm practicing the mirror, because like I said, I'm in my low, dog. Like, I had, like, you know, I work in this little restaurant job, and I'm looking for a job. This is before I got on in Rockaway. I'm looking for another job, because I'm living in this brownstone. It's free, but it's fucked up, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna share how fucked up it was. Like, it was the wintertime, and there was no hot water. I remember heating up water to put it in the microwave, you know what I'm saying? And I used to wash in a bowl, you know what I mean? Like, and yeah, I mean, I'm being vulnerable right now, because again, if you're going through it right now, I've been there, you know what I'm saying? I'm praying for you, and I'm telling you that, you know, you just got to keep going.
Yeah.
That's like yo, that's
rough,
the best answer I have for you. You have to keep going, you know, like you got to keep that faith, you know what I'm saying? Like the OG said,
sure,
you know,
sure.
that faith, you know what I mean? So, you know, I say all that to say, I was, man, the only times I ate was when I was eating from the restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, you know, like I said, my manager was an asshole, you know.
So it wasn't like no free shit, like you just
Wasn't
got
no
the
free
little
shit.
discount.
Yeah, it did
A
count.
little discount, you know what I mean? Man, all I had was money for a haircut, nigga, money to catch the train. You know, I'm getting hella tickets, you know, because I don't understand how the parking shit works. You know, I'm from the South.
That shit crazy.
You know, like, man, that shit's different out there. Like, man, I remember, man, like,
You
bro,
got Swiss sides.
my nigga, I remember calling my best boy, man, and I was like, bro, like somebody stole my car, man. Like, I don't know what the hell going on. Like, bro, my shit got told, my nigga. Bro, my shit got
some
like,
parking.
I'm like, bro, I'm again, like, I'm
Yeah.
sitting in the legs.
Unpaid
Like,
parking
yo,
ticket.
somebody done stole my whip, bro. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I don't even know what. Like, you know, yo, like, this before the
know where to start.
smartphones and all this shit. You know what I'm saying?
sure,
So I'm
sure.
like, yo, I don't know what, like, and I don't know where I'm at, nigga. Like, you know. So, yo, man, shit, it worked out though, you know, because it just kept, you know, you just kept going.
Keep
you know,
going.
keep
You don't
faith,
stop.
You know, yeah, there's like so many battles were happening at that time in my life, man, you know. And then the main thing, and I'll say this, but so during that time, I'm going to the city looking for a job every day. You know what I'm saying? While I'm working at the restaurant, getting treated like that. And, you know, I'm going to the library, you know, reading books, you know what I'm saying? And I'm looking for jobs, you know, whatever. And then I'm going to these different fashion districts, and there was this building that had 48 floors. And I remember I printed out like 40 resumes. I know it was 40. You know what I'm saying? It was 48 floor building, and I printed out 40 resumes, right? So I'm going to each floor. You know what I'm saying? Now in this building, it was like Reebok, it was Tommy Bahama, it was Puma, it was Rockaware, and Nautica, and then a
You said
couple
it's a
others.
fashion district, right?
Yeah.
Okay, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in Manhattan. So, you know, I'm going to each floor, and I'm shaking hands, man. I'm smiling, you know, everything they teach you, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm
gatekeeper.
dressed nice, you know, and I'm giving them my spiel, you know. So,
What floor you started at?
Yeah. Well, this is before I started Rockaware. Like, but
No,
this
I'm
is,
saying like, what floor did you start at?
oh shit, nigga, one all the way up. Nigga.
just went
Shit,
started
fuck
at the
you
bottom
mean?
and
Shit,
went
look,
up.
nigga, we hungry. Nigga,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
fucked
for
up.
sure, for
You
sure.
know what I mean? I'm fucked up.
I just wasn't
Yeah,
sure
we
if you
gotta-
started at the top and just worked your way
No.
down.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't know where I was at. All I knew was this was a place to be. Goddamn it, this is where the job's at. This is where they doing shit at.
Yeah.
I need to get in here, man.
I need to
I'm
be in
fucked
here.
up. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucked
sure.
up, man.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I'm fucked up.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
definitely.
sharing this shit with you because a lot of folks don't know this. The people that are in my circle, they know this.
Yeah.
There's somebody that needs to hear this, and I pray you receive this. You know what I'm
Indeed,
saying?
agreed, for sure.
I pray you receive this. We having church right now. You know what I'm saying? But, long story short, I'm going to each floor. You know what I mean? Nobody's giving me no play. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I get back on the elevator, and I see this short lady, and I saw this short lady on one of the floors that I went to. You know what I mean? But like, she's giving this lady hell. They kind of like going at it on the elevators. I'm country nigga. You know what I mean? I'm grew up in Macon. I really you've seen, this woman. Like, this woman was being
Yeah, this is
barbaric.
super aggressive.
Yeah, like super aggressive.
All right,
You know what
I'm down. Okay.
New York timing.
New York time,
So, I
I
can
was
dig it.
like, okay, whatever. But I saw her on one of the floors, which was one of the floors that I went to, and cause at the time I didn't know it, but it was Jay-Z's sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was at
Wow.
the front desk. Yeah,
Oh,
true
man.
story. I can't make this shit up. She was at the front desk, and I remember walking in. I was like, hey, gave her my spiel, whatever. And they was at the front desk with her. I forget the girl's name. A shout out to her, man. She know what I'm talking about. It's been years. I really hadn't thought about it, but she know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She was at the front door, the front desk, and I had a resume or whatever, and I saw the short lady, walking by with like this big mannequin in her hand, like in her hands, So I was like, okay, I thought nothing of it. But like I said, I continued to go, because I remember I missed the floor, so I went back to that floor. So by the time I got back on the elevator, I saw that same short lady come back on the elevator.
So they're gonna say like 3 times at this point.
Yeah, I saw her 3 times. So now she done got into it on the elevator with these ladies. I'm like, oh shit, like something's telling me to tell her, hey,
Calm down.
yeah, no. Something's telling me to introduce myself to her, but I'm like, I just saw her act out. I'm
Yeah,
like, I really
sure.
don't want to say that though. You know what I mean?
I feel
She already heated.
She already mad,
Yeah, for sure.
right? So so we on the elevator with her. I'm like, man, fuck that shit, nigga. Like I'm hungry, nigga. I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so we on the elevator. Excuse me. And it was her and Melanie, Jay-Z's sister. So so they get off the elevator first. So I kind of like trail behind Miss Pearl, which is her name. Shout out to Miss Pearl. I love you forever.
There you go.
I tapped on her. I said, hey, excuse me. I was like, my name's Randy. It's what I do. It's what I care about. Whoop, whatever. I'm from, Georgia. I'm just looking for an opportunity, a chance. You know what I'm saying? I gave her a spiel. Yo, man, she might have looked at me, and I thought she was going to embarrass me in front of, cause we're on the first floor, we're, and so it's people,
Oh, yeah.
Ain't going,
and I
yeah.
just saw her snap on his legs. So I didn't know what to think, but I'm hungry, you know what I'm saying? So she was like, so, all right, well, I'm like a head of the interns, I'll give you, an opportunity. Excuse me. She was like, I'll take a look at your resume and I'll get back with you. I was like, okay, cool. So mind you, it's like so much going on. I'm fucked up. I have no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no money. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
You blew
Yeah,
through the
I mean-
570.
bro, I'm getting a check, but it wasn't a check at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't a check at all. Like, and the only time I was eating is when I was, you know what I'm saying, eating.
At work.
Yeah, like at work. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, people don't know that, right? You know what I'm saying?
sure.
You can see like people see the gold chains, they see the socks and the shoes and the everything else, but they don't
Yeah.
know, you
Yeah,
know
I
what I
see the
mean? Like
struggle.
what you been through,
Yeah.
boy. You know what I mean? Like, look, we're gonna have church tonight. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
So fast forward, so much going on. I do a check-in, so I come back or whatever 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later. It wasn't a month. So I come back, and that was the first floor I went to, and it was a 48th floor, because on top of that floor was the Rockefeller floor. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Okay.
Rock Nation. Sorry,
Yeah,
Rock
yeah.
Nation. Tata and all of them was, working on their different artists. J. Cole and Wale was hot at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like they wasn't even what they are today. You know what I'm saying? And I never did any work with them. I'm not flexing like I did. I'm just telling you what was going on. Everybody who worked there know I'm telling the truth.
So,
Yeah, like I never did any work with them. I don't know them personally. So anyway, I walk in, and as soon as I walk in, Melanie, Jay-Z's sister, says, oh, you here looking for Pearly? She like smiles, you know,
Yeah.
because Melanie was with Miss Pearl when I met her.
When they
you
met
know
her,
what I mean?
yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You know,
Yeah.
you know, I'm so like
it's
timid.
it's a relief a little
It's a
bit.
relief. It was a relief. That's
for
exactly
sure.
what it was. I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Bro, Miss Pearl came out. She was so happy to see me. You know what I mean? She was like, yeah, you know, I've been meaning to call you. You know, whatever. You know. And I was like, you know, she was like, you want to take a look around? Bro, some of the best shit in my life, bro. You know what I mean?
Like, yo,
And I tell this
hold
story
on.
the same.
Before you move further, bro, like I want people to understand, like everybody, listen to this. The key is in the follow up. Like you have to follow up. Like you can't go and just ask one time and think that that's it. You have to follow up. This
Nah,
is
that's
with
fact.
any opportunity, any sales, anything. Like even if you're trying to get your husband, your wife, if you're not following up, what are you doing? You can't get something off of one ask. If you get it off of one ask, that's great. But guess what? 9 times out of 10 is off of the follow up and follow up and follow up and follow up, and you win. Oh man, that feels so good. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, yeah, like that was a word, man. Like look, like we're gonna have church. That was a word. But yeah, so she's like excited to see me, and I'm so thankful because again, I'm still fucked up though. I'm still
Yeah,
fucked up.
definitely.
Let me tell you something though. I was fucked up from making it. It wasn't no making niggas in there.
Yeah.
You hear what I said?
Nah, for sure.
Wasn't no making niggas in there, and I had been telling niggas like, hey man, when I grow up, I'm gonna goddamn do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, look, I'm gonna do this, nigga. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And look, if you from Macon, you know. You from the east side, you know, because you bought a shirt, you saw me selling the shirts. You know, like they'll tell you.
Yeah.
You know, like there's no denying any of that.
For sure.
So that's why I say I'm from Macon, because they seen, you know, like the evolution, you know what I mean? You know, like the maceration, you know, and but back to Rockaware. So yeah, you know, she showed me around, man, and you know, it was such a beautiful experience because of the view. And again, yes, I've had the opportunity to see great views, but this was something that was added to the story. You know what I mean? Because, you know, being able to learn what it is to receive when you ask again or when you follow up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, when you believe, man, you know what I mean? Like I said, man, it was 40, like, bruh, it was 50, it was 48 floors, but like one was vacant. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the one, like we had to be at 47 because the one top was Rock Nation. You know what I'm saying? But it was that many floors, and I remember going to all of those floors. And like I said, one was vacant, and you know, I had one last resume that I gave Miss Pearl. Excuse me, like the resume that I gave Miss Pearl was my last resume. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like so it was just so divine, man. Yeah,
God
like,
is the greatest.
yeah, man, God's the greatest, bro. You know, man, bro. I remember tapping on her, like, and being, you know, okay, like, hey, excuse me, like,
Like don't
trouble,
snap
you know what
on
I'm
me
saying?
too.
Yo, you know, I need this. I'm hungry. I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like she provided that opportunity. You know, and it was an amazing opportunity. I was a merchandiser. You know, and I did a little bit with, you know, just like adding to design. It wasn't a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was more so merchandiser and being able to go to fashion shows. You know, and like, and you know, I know you're wondering, hey, did you ever see Jay-Z? You know, if you're a Jay-Z fan, yes, I did see Jay-Z multiple times. I was never the type of person to come up and talk to him and do all that. Yeah. And, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember asking me, yo, you know, you good? You know what I'm saying? You know, like, and that was it. That's the only thing he ever said to me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm good. You good? You know what I mean? Like, I never said, hey, you know, sign this. Nah, because that just wasn't me, you know? But, yeah, like, it was really fucking cool to see him, though. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, especially at that time.
I drank with his nephews, you know what I'm saying? You know, yo, shout out to Malik and all them, man. You know, like peace and love, man, everybody. Lou, you know what I mean? Everybody who was good people to me, man. You know, it was real good, amazing opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's a story that I tell all the time because, you know, that was my low point. You know what I'm saying? And the high out of that was being able to receive what it is that I had always told people I was going to do.
Right.
But even more importantly, I had to share this part of it too, though. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like I told you, that's when Park Cloud was birthed. Like, Park Cloud came, I feel like, based off of a divine decision that I made, because as soon as I received what I thought I wanted, you know what I'm saying, I was you know, I was led to tend to my mom, you know what I'm saying, and it was a family decision, you know, and I spearheaded it, you know what I'm saying, because I remember, like, my mom suffered from she had a brain disease. It was called malgenoma at the time. And, you know, she would have these seizures, you know what I'm saying? And, like, she had her first seizure driving. Like we didn't even know she was having seizures. You know what I'm saying? She had her first seizure driving, and our family dog was in the car and she wrecked out. It was pretty, crazy. Yeah, somebody airlifted her and everything. And I remember my stepdad, my dad calling me and he was like, "Yo, your mom is, you know what I'm saying, in the hospital right now, whatever." I was like, okay, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And I said, well, I do what I gotta do, you know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
And I just remember, like being in the space and I was folding a shirt, so like some new Rockaway gear or whatever. And I just remember the view, bro. Like, this is a true story. I'm not fabricating anything. And again, I'm speaking to the people that are going through this because I've been there. And everything we go through is not so much about ourselves, but who it is that we're going to preach to. And that's why I'm sharing this story with you. I'm being very vulnerable right now. You know what I'm saying? But I remember Spirit, like telling me, hey, I want you to go. You know what I'm saying? I want you to, go tend to your mom, and like on some I tell the homies all the time, we don't really know our parents until we have to take care of our parents.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of questions we don't ask our parents because we're so distracted by the day, right? And this is some love advice. And I'm telling, all communities this. If you are still fortunate enough to have your parents, ask your parents, what is the one thing that they have learned being your parent. You know what I'm saying? Like, ask them, what are they most proud of? You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Ask some real questions, man, because, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going wrong. It's a lot that's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And we have to be okay when all of those things happen. You know what I'm saying? And how you be okay is creating those conversations. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to talk about everything else, we got to talk about that.
I heard a dope, and I'm trying to remember where I heard it from. They was saying like, it was like, yo, I've been a parent as long, like for people that like, it's your first kid or, what I'm saying, like, your first kid or your oldest or whatever. Like, I've been a parent for as long as you've been a child. Give me grace. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't do this before. Like, your second or third or whatever, I'm a little polished, but like my first, like, I've been a parent for the same amount of time as you've been a kid.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I you know what I mean?
Give
Like,
me some grace.
I'm learning.
You do expect your parents to like know it all.
Know it all. Like, yeah.
You have more life than me. You have to know what's going on.
No, but like, this is my first time doing this.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
I tell the homies this all the time, man. Like, your parents and you is the longest relationship you're ever gonna have in life.
That's a fact.
If it's done properly. Now, granted, we have so many different dynamics, so many different situations.
Some outliers.
Outliers. Thank you. Yeah, and I press a button on that. Outliers. Yeah, due to the prison system, due to mental health, due to responsibility, lack of responsibility. That's a totally different church seminar. You know what I'm saying? But
ideally,
yeah, seriously.
That's the longest relationship.
Yes. That's the longest relationship you're gonna have. Talk to your parents, talk to your kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's important. Tell them everything. Like, we got to bring back, the family photo albums. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can't have all of it on Facebook.
For sure.
All of it on Instagram. A lot of things
They
we
can
got
take it away.
Yeah, man. Like, bro. Yeah, like we got.
Ain't nothing like that old scrapbook.
Ain't nothing like that old scrapbook.
That's a
Them
fact.
black and whites. Everything's gonna be. Hold on, let me go to my photos.
Right.
Trying to go through clouds and all
I
of
can't
that.
remember it all top, but if I see a photo, it's like, yo, yeah, like I remember.
Yeah, that was it.
That time.
That was a time.
Yeah.
So the driving force back to Macon was your mom.
Well, no, yeah. So back to my mom. So
Okay.
yeah. So I felt like the Spirit was, leading me. I don't care how people gonna look at this, because people gonna break it down. Oh, you nigga talking. Look, man, I'm disrespecting my mom.
Indeed, agree.
Like, I'm telling you what I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, you as a man or as a woman, you do what it is that is leading you. But as of me in my house, you know what I'm saying? I felt led to try what I was doing and tend to my mom. And a great reward came from that. You know what I'm saying? Not only did I learn more about myself, but I learned more about her, and I learned more about being a man. And then I had an opportunity to create Parker Cloud. It's like, that's when it came. It was like, I'm a vigorous believer that, all these things are inside of us, but it's just certain things that has to take place first in order for it to come out, because it's so buried, under doubt, loss, frustration, failure, everything negative or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then it kind of shapes your mind and be like, oh, well, you know, this ain't gonna happen. But nah, you know, like it can happen. You know, like I feel like a lot of great things happen after you do what. Again, I'm not trying to make this religious, but
No, go
you
ahead.
know, what God is telling you to do, or you know,
The spirit or whatever
the
you.
spirit, yeah, man, whatever you believe. Again, I come in peace. I ain't trying to push religion on nobody, but as a me in my house, I felt like, you know, God was like, hey, look, I want you to go down there, you know, and you know, I ain't gonna lie, like, you know, I'm being vulnerable. I cried, you know, I'll never forget. I cried a little bit, like I was like, man, you know, I was crying because, you know, I had just got to where I
you
thought,
wanted to be.
like, bro, like, man, I had my little life, man. I thought I was like, man, I'm gonna get me, I'm gonna goddamn save some money up, damn, you know what I'm saying, give me a better crib, you know what I'm saying?
for sure.
I'm gonna goddamn do this, like, look, I'm gonna get a second job, you know what I mean? I'm gonna keep doing this, I'm gonna goddamn meet people, I'm gonna goddamn blow, nigga, this shit gonna fucking take off, nigga.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Shit, watch up, like, nigga, I remember Facebook had just really came out. I'm talking Cash Money shit, because I'm young. I'm talking Cash Money shit and status, nigga. I'm like being lame as hell, you know, but I was angry, you know what I mean? Like, cause I'm like, yo, I told y'all I was gonna do this, you know what I'm saying?
And I did it. I told y'all.
And I did it, and I'm here, but, you know,
Yeah.
I didn't understand.
What they say, Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a
Tyson.
plan until you get punched in the mouth.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That's a
everybody
word.
got a plan until
That's
you
a
get
word.
punched in the mouth.
That's a word.
And I mean, you know, you just gotta learn how to adjust.
Mm-hmm.
So
And, yeah, you know, so, you know, I made a decision to tend to my mom, man. And again, back to I remember, you know, folding the clothes or whatever. And I was like, man, like, I don't mind doing it. That's my dude. Yeah, I'm like, man, like, you know, I just really got on though. Like,
Yeah,
Right.
for
you know what
sure.
I'm saying? You know, like, I mean, like, damn, man.
I was
like,
down
you know,
for so long, like, and I finally like
Finally caught my
I
break.
I got
see it a
attention.
little bit. It's
I
like right
see it, bro.
there.
That shit is here, nigga. Like, I'm in here. I'm like, yo, man, like, people know my name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, yo, you know what I mean?
How long was you at Rockaware before you got that call?
See, man, I was there for like a year, bro. A year. It was
you
fresh.
just
It
had
was
planted your
fresh,
feet.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fresh, man. Like, you know, but again, I do that shit 1,000 times, nigga.
Yeah.
1,000 times.
Yeah, no
Over
problem.
and over
1,000
again.
times, nigga. For Val, for the family, do that shit 1,000 times. For myself, for what God was trying to do for me and do to me,
And
do that
did
shit
for
1,000
you.
times.
You know what I
Did
mean?
for me.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Like, because again, like I said, that right there, I tell these young men, like, because by then I'm like 24. Well, yeah, I'm like 24 or something like that, right? So, you know, I'm like, I tell people, you know, man, that was a beautiful time because, you know, when you're that young, you're fragile too. You know, you have so many hearts in your chest. You know,
Yeah.
yo, man, especially if you ain't got no kids, you ain't married. You know, you taking all kinds of chances. Nigga, like shit, I'm moving, nigga. Like I'm gonna do woo woo woo. You know, and then you can fail, and be okay. You're not really affecting too many people. You know, and for me, that's what it was. But then once it, you know, came family decision, you know, it was like, okay, you know, I gotta figure this out, you know, and I felt led to do it. You know, I'm not trying to make anybody less than or more of, you know, I'm saying what I felt in my spirit, you know what I'm saying, based on the relationship that I have with my mom. And you know, like I said, once I did that, I learned so much more about her, you know what I mean? And you know, it you know, just added to the story that was already beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Me and my mom, man, you know, and I came up with Parker Cloud and I just got obsessed with it and I started showing, you know, everybody, you know, about Parker Cloud. Like literally, like it came from a story. Like I just kind of wrote a short story. A lot of folks don't know this. I wrote a short story and I was like, man, I never really was a writer at all. I never wrote anything other than, you know, what they told you to do in school. You know what I mean? But I was like, man, I just kind of, you know, I always thought the name Parker was cool. You know, I was like, yo, man, that's cool because I never knew a black Parker. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you always knew their last name was Parker, but you never knew that or heard of somebody's first name being Parker. And I've always been a fan of clouds. So, you know, I came up with this cloud and I was like, Parker Cloud. I was okay. I didn't know what he was going to look like. I didn't know what he was going to be. None of this today. I didn't know, you know, that I was going to, you know, do half of the things that I've done, man. Like, and it's just been a beautiful story, man. Like, and I really feel like I know, not feel, what feel to? I feel and I know that this came because, you know, I put the time in. You know what I'm saying? Like once you continue working, you know, you're gonna see what works, what doesn't work, and then it kind of just shapes into what it is you're working on. You know what I'm saying? You know, like this mic wasn't always a mic, you know, it was an organic shape at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it evolved into this, you know what I mean? Or, you know, everything that we use. You know what I'm saying? I tell my kids, man, you know, God is an artist. You know what I'm saying? You know, like the best artist. You know, His word says, you know, the world was, you know, dark and void. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's color. You know, and shape. You know what I'm saying? You know, shape and color is two of the elements of, you know, art. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm just so thankful. You know what I mean, that He chose me, you know, to be able to experience and, you know, help create and foster friendship. You know what I'm saying? And like make friendship and love and you know, positivity cool. Cause I felt like that's where Park Cloud comes from, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the conversations, man, that I was having with my people, you know, and people, you know, but I ain't see no black character, you know, that was cool and cute.
So he wasn't black at first. He was just
No. He always been black.
okay. He was always black.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, like for me, like not to make this a black and white thing, but it was important for him to be black.
No, for sure.
It was important for him to be black because there wasn't any black characters that I saw that was cool. That, you know, like, cause I no disrespect to nobody, you know, cause every idea is a great idea, but and no disrespect, but you know, I wasn't a fan of, you know, some of what was out here, you know, that was black, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I could do better than that, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, and I'm not gonna mention what I'm talking about, but I, as a me in my house, I was like, yo, I want him to look like this. I want him to be charismatic. I want him to be positive. I want him to be, you know, this physical ball of energy, man. Like, yo, what's up? Like, how you feeling? You know what I mean? Like, you know, smiling. You know, like everything that, you know, like we need, because it's like, you know, like the black man smile. You know, he do. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't smiling at me and you though. Still feeling comfortable.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
you know,
right.
like, bro, like, nah, man. I wanted to create a character that was gonna make people feel good, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to create artwork that was gonna take people away from what it is they're going through. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to put statements on there in places that was ignored and passed by every day. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you walk by it again one day and you're like, oh, shit. Like, damn, like, that shit look like that. Like, I didn't even notice that until.
Yeah, I didn't know
You
that
know
was
what I'm
there.
saying?
Yeah,
Like, bro, that's art. Like, that's good art. So I'm so thankful. So it's not, I'm not a clothing line. I'm so insulted when people are like, oh, like, you.
How your clothing line, though?
Yeah.
How your little clothing line, though?
What you call it? More merch?
Give me a sign, man. A sound or some shit.
When they say little clothing line.
Yeah, I fucking hate that, man. Like,
So would you consider this more merch, like brand merch?
No, man. This right here, bro. This is new modern and classic cartoons, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an artist, man. I'm a drawing everything. I'm putting my art everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an artist. Like, listen, if you watching this right now, I am not a clothing brand. I don't want to hear that. I appreciate it. And please, everybody out there hustling and working and you know, striving to, you know, become, you know, don't let nobody come to you like, yeah, you know, I'll rock your clothing brand for you. You're not doing me no favors.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You're not doing me no favors. You are buying into a network and a philosophy of people. You know what I mean? Look, man, we the lovers, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and look, like before anybody wore this, I was wearing it. You know, like, and like other people was like, hey man, like, yo, hey man, let me get one of those. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, all right, you ain't doing me no favors. So I don't like when people come with that, you know, clothing line. Yeah, I'm not clothing line, man. I'm an artist. Like, I'm drawing everything. Like, you know, when I die, I need markers in heaven. Like, I already told God, hey, look. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Need
look, give me spray paint, man.
Yeah.
I need something.
So let's talk about your entry into education.
Yes.
Like, how did that look for you? We hear the intro to Parker Cloud, his evolution as a character. So what made you get into like the education for our young
You know what?
adults?
What made me get into education is Parker Cloud, and I'm gonna tell you what I mean by it.
Okay.
It's a true story. If I share the Rockaware story, I'm gonna share this story. So, you know, I was gone from making for 17 years, and I came back, and I was spray painting on everything. You know, I was so obsessed with getting people acclimated to the brand and the way I thought and the way I felt and what I felt like they needed to see every day. They needed to see love. They needed to see, you know, something that was gonna help lift them up, you know, mentally, take them away from where they were at that moment in time, for that second, for that, you know, however long the day looked at it, you know what I'm saying?
Drive by,
you know, you know, it's spiritual, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, because, you know, bruh, it's like, man, that's a long answer. You know, and it's such a beautiful answer because, again, I was gone for 17 years and I didn't see the school. You know, school has changed a little bit. You know, the culture has definitely changed. The kids are different. Shout out to all the kids, man. Listen to the kids. Love your kids, man. Yeah, let me get a song, bro. Listen to the kids. Talk to your kids. Check on your kids. Love your kids. But I graduated from Northeast and I was coming to see Northeast to see how much it had evolved. And, you know, the principal was showing me around and he was like, man, we ain't had art, man, in a minute. You know, he was like, you want a job. To be honest, like, I was like, man, like, man, I really like, you know, I'm straight. Like, you know, I had some money saved up. It wasn't a whole bunch of money, but I mean, I had some money saved up and money was coming in, you know, from the art or whatever. And I was like, you know, I think I'm gonna try to make this work though, you know. But then he was like, you know, man, like, it'll be good for the kids, you know, whatever. And, you know, I was kind of at that mind frame of like doing things that I had never done. You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, I'll take it. Like, yeah, like I'll try it. You know what I'm saying? First year, you know, was kind of rough. You know what I'm saying? Like, but not like rough, like, you know, I couldn't handle it. It was rough because I was so detached from, you know, making culture as well as, you know, children. You know what I mean? I think a lot of us, you know, if you don't talk to your kid, that's why I always, you know, and Wayne know, you know, yo, like whenever his kid around, you know, or a Dre kid or, you know, anybody, you know, like any of my homies, if their kids around, I'm gonna talk to them. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk to our kids, so we don't know our kids for real. You know, like just cause you buying your kids stuff or just cause, you know, tell them whatever you tell them, you know, do you really know your kid? You know what I mean? Like, you got to talk
Like,
to your
for real,
kid,
for
man.
real,
Yeah. Like, I'm telling you this as an educator and as a black man. Know your kid. Talk to your kid. But I say all that to say, he offered me a job and I took it. And it was hard because I didn't know, like, damn, man, like, kids are really, this is, like, it's disrespectful, though. You know what I'm saying? You know?
For real.
You know, yeah, like, seriously, you know, like, and you know, I love education. I think education is extremely vital. You know, me and Wayne had these conversations all the time.
All the time. Yeah.
And you know, it's so important for the black man to be in the school also because so many boys and so many girls don't have male figures in their home.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, thank you.
That's real.
That's real. They don't have that male figure in the home, man. So it's like, you know, if I tell you what to do the best way I can, I mean, I can tell you the best respectful way I can. You know, based off everything I got going on, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Based off everything, I can tell you the best I can. And you still take it disrespectful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, you don't hear it from that male figure. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see it from that male figure. You know?
What would you
a lot
call
of my
that?
kids are bigger than me. I call it, me personally, I call it,
With your delivery, that's like you said, as nice as possible. You know, I'm not talking down to you. I'm just giving you the best delivery as possible, but you're not even trying to like receive it.
I call it a plethora of things.
Okay.
But first, I'm gonna say because we lack the rites of passage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The African American community, like we're not doing that anymore. You know, and
Respect.
Yeah, respect. And truth be told, it's not so much this baby's fault, bro.
Right.
As much as I hate to say that, because I see him more than I'm gonna see the mama.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I see him more than I'm gonna see the dad, you know, and that's what a lot of parents I feel like need to be more sensitive with. We spend just as much time as educators with your children as you do, you know,
If not more.
if not more, you know, because there's a lot of things I do for my scholars, you know what I'm saying, like my kids, and I always refer to my scholars my kids, and Wayne know I love my kids, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, as if they mine, you know. And I feel like that's what all men should be. But you know, like you asked, you know, what it is. I feel like it's lack of rites of passage. I feel like it's lack of standard. You know, I hate. I don't mean to use the word hate, but I hate when. And I hate to make this a black and white thing because I love all races. Like, so let me say that. Like,
I mean, but it's
but
real
I'm talking
though.
about the black community.
Yeah,
Right now,
it's
'cause I'm a
real.
black man first.
Yeah, for
You know what
sure.
I'm saying? And you know, the black man has to be his age. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be your age gracefully. You know what I mean? Like, and you have to make that age cool. You know, I like to think that I'm making 40 cool. I'll be 40 this year, Lord willing. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'll be 40 this year, Lord willing. You know, I like to think that I make 40 look cool. My kids know I'm not trying to be you. I'll say things to reference your
Yeah,
language,
for sure.
you know, to be funny, to be received. You know what I'm saying? You know, example, you know, I'll be like, oh, you know, what's up, gang?
I mean,
They
that's
love
it.
that joke.
Twin.
You know what I'm saying? Twin. They love that. Like, yeah, they love that joke, you know, but I'm not trying to dress like them. I'm not trying to listen to the music they listen to. I listen to it in a creative atmosphere, you know, to engage in conversation, because that's how you
and to understand.
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, that's how you get to understand. That's how you can get a better way of doing rites of passage and teaching them. You know, like learning their way so you can improve their way. You know what I mean? Like, and also, you know, gaining creativity of it. You know, I'm a sponge for creativity. I gain a lot of creativity from my kids. You know, kids are smarter than adults, damn near. But see, the thing is, you got the adults want to be kids, and you got the kids want to be adults. So now we just all
Who teaching who?
Yeah, just clashing.
yeah, it's like, yo, you know, so, yeah, man, like, I got into education based off of, again, you know,
Just trying something new.
trying something new, as well as, you know, I paid attention to, you know, Parker Cloud and, like, jumping out there through risk and, you know, painting everything, you know, and it's, like, it's a long story with this stuff, man.
But it sounds like you was fun to it because you didn't give up, you didn't quit.
No, man, I love it, man. I love being a black male educator.
How long you been educating?
So, okay, so here's the thing. Now, I was a teacher before, but see, this is my first time teaching high school.
Okay, got
4
you.
years ago. Like now, like this would be my 4th year teaching high school. I taught elementary, I taught middle school, and if you were to ask me which one do I prefer out of all 3 of those, me personally, I enjoy teaching high school.
That's
Why?
what I'm
Why is
saying.
that?
I enjoy teaching high school because that is that age where you're old enough to understand and remember. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like
It's the most influential
Yeah.
part of your life.
yeah, you know, it's like,
You think it's high school though?
I think so.
I would think that middle school would be more malleable.
see, middle school ain't my mark. Like I can handle middle school, but middle school is a lot for me because the children are,
a lot
it's
of
like-
energy.
yeah, no, and like ain't energy. It's more so, and make sure I say this correctly. It's more so that they are evolving into a new person versus 9th grade. It's like you're kind of stuck in your ways, you know, but you just need a little bit of coaching.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You know, it's like you junior varsity. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
You know, it's like, you know, middle school, man. Like it's a lot of middle school.
I can see that.
Yeah, nah. And elementary, like I love elementary because elementary, like they have no ceiling with imagination. You know, it's like they're like open and ready, like they're excited about everything.
Yeah.
High school is not as much as excitement. You know, like it's like they're kind of clouded off of, you know, again, like they're kind of evolving to their own person.
They lived a little.
You know what I mean?
So they got a young little reasonings to justify different things. And I get what you're saying.
But I love being an educator, man. I really do. And shout out to all the educators and all the parents, man. They really take time to communicate and collaborate with their child's educators. Man, that's important.
Speaking of communicate, let's speak on the community, bro. All the murals and stuff you got out here. I mean, the artwork you do for the city. I mean, you gotta, you know, explain like how what you do and
Hey,
how's that going.
God given. You know, God's the greatest, bro. I mean, it ain't like look, like I would be lying to you. You know, I studied the greats, man. You know, I appreciate a lot of different artists. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I had to copy their flow. I didn't copy them. I copied their flow. If you're not familiar with flow, artistic flow is when you are connected with the world around you and the world that you want to create. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And you know, that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I told y'all earlier, I'm real big on making friendship cool. I'm real big on providing motivational tools. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, to spread and promote positivity. You know, love, friendship, making friendship cool, making education cool. I feel like, you know, we can make smoking weed and drinking and, you know, glorifying the hood. You know, imagine a world where, you know, you could feel comfortable with promoting friendship, saying, "Hey, bro, I love you, man. I appreciate you.
for
Like,
sure.
I'm so proud of you, my dude.
for
yo,
sure.
look, man. Hey, man, you look good, man. Like, hey, man, how your kids doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
imagine that kind of community.
Hold on, that shirt.
Hold on. Hey, see, I wasn't gonna say that. Hey, look, you had to have been there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was funny.
I got you later.
But yeah, nah, seriously, you know, that's yeah, like the murals is like the closest thing to heaven to me, you know, because
That's lit.
it's peaceful, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's me and the wall. You know, I always, you know, an art thing. You know, because for people who aren't artists, you know, Erykah Badu said it best. I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, you can pick on me, you can say whatever you want in comments, but I'm speaking to my artist right now. You know, it's something heavenly. You know, when you're creating something, you know what I'm saying? Because it's you and that something. And it starts with nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, me personally, I always pray with a wall before I do anything to the wall. You know, I pray that it connects with the people. You know what I'm saying? It saves a life. And you wanna know what's crazy? I've met people who figure out or find out that it's me that painted that wall and be like, yo, I just want to tell you, man, that wall saved my life, man.
Right.
Oh man,
Right,
inspiration, bro.
Bruh.
That's
Huge.
inspiring.
Come on now.
Right, yeah, man. Like, so, to be able to experience that lets me know that nothing is done in vain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a die painting, man. Like, I'm gonna paint everything.
I
just
took
like
so
I've
many
always painted.
pictures in front of your art before I knew you. Like
Man.
the little half wall over there on Plum.
Mhm.
That was one of my favorite spots when I was doing photography. Like,
Right.
boom, we going over there. I ain't know who did it. Really didn't, you know what I mean, care to do any research on who did it. It was just like,
You know,
yo,
it was hard.
this is hard.
Yeah.
Like, this needs to be
Look at that,
in
man.
your photo. You know what I'm
God's
saying?
grace,
For
man.
sure.
Even a little joint down the street right here on Poplar, a little
The
you know
little
what I mean?
orange joint.
Yeah, right there. Like, cause
Yeah.
even with my my clothing brand, like when I was doing my photography, my clothing brand, like a lot of your stuff is in my joint. Like,
Man, that's cool.
You got some
man.
crosswalks too, right?
Man, look, yeah, man. We got a crosswalk over there in Forest Hill. Shout out to Forest Hill, man. In front of Rosa Jackson Center. That was beautiful for me because again, like being able to say that I grew
That's
up
the
on this
east
side
side.
of town. Yeah, man. Like the east side, I painted there. And special story, man. This dude, I can't remember his name. Older gentleman. It was so poetic how he came to me, man. And like, he said, man, he was like older dude. He said, man, you a dude that been painting all this stuff. Like, this is back when I first came back or whatever, and I had painted the ground that day, and like we was filming, we was capturing the ending of it. Everybody was gone, and we was. I'm kind of like celebrating. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm walking around. Like I had this thing. I kind of. I'm thankful, and you kind of just taking it in, right? Because I had never painted on the ground before, and this was just different because it was home. You know what I'm saying? And because it was needed for that area. You know what I'm saying? And it made a statement, man. Like I'm about making statements. If you gonna paint something, you gotta make a statement.
Yeah,
You gotta take something to people like it's gonna touch their soul, man. It's gonna be, them meeting me without meeting me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell my scholars, man, like, yo. Good artwork gives the people a feeling. You know what I'm saying? That's what I try to do, with each piece. But the gentleman came to me and he said, man, you the little dude been painting all this stuff in the city? He was like, man, I just want to thank you, man, man, because you, like, man, I just never seen anything like this before, like, and I'm just so thankful for, for you just paying attention to the hood and, just, and I'm just, like, I was like, sir, do you mind if I put that on film? And I got it on film, like, and I'll send it to you. Like I posted it here and there, but it's a beautiful look. Like, and I never forgot that, you know what I'm saying? Because, he was from that neighborhood, I didn't know him. And like,
made
he
him
was so
feel
excited.
good, like you
Made him
said.
feel good. He was so excited to see me. You know what I mean? And he was like, oh man, he was like, yo, like, oh man, you look dude.
You looked.
I thought you would have been a lot bigger.
Oh, you gonna be bigger? Like, nah, look, man, it's God though. You know what I'm saying? I paint anything anywhere. You know what I mean? So,
There you
nah, man.
Do you remember your first spot that you did a mural at, or did artwork here in Macon?
Here in
When
Macon,
you came back?
Here in Macon, yes. Yes. The first spot I painted real quick was the Love Is Needed joint over there behind, I'm terrible with streets, y'all. Over there behind Burger King on Gray Highway.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the first spot on my painting. Crazy story about that. That was like 2015. I painted that straight because I picked up a can around like 2013. And I got comfortable with it like 2015. I've been drawing for years since I was 7, right? But the cans are just different, because it's a different pressure, different posture, strokes and all that, So, but once I started fucking with it, I just got crazy with it. I was putting that shit everywhere. Cause like I said, I studied greats. Keith Haring did that. Basquiat did that. You know, all these great different artists. And I was like, man, I gotta do that too. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have my own look.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, definitely.
I gotta have my own statement. You know, and that's what I did. You know, I put the Love Is Needed on there right quick. It was this building, and it was rather important to me because I would ride by this building as a child all the time going to school. And it was just a white building. I was like, man, I'm gonna put some art on that shit. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna put some art on that shit.
Light it up.
And like mine, you know, being able to grow up, you know what I'm saying? You know, like when you're 13, you know, you riding the bus, you know, you in the car with your parents, and you riding by it all the time, you know, you see it, you know. But shit, by now I'm like, I don't know, 2015, like, shit, do the math. I don't know. I'm like, I'm like 29, 30, I don't know. Okay, so, yeah, you know, I put that Love Is Needed on that. And it wasn't even that dope like that. Like, but it was a statement though, and it was a strong statement.
Strong,
You know what I'm
for sure.
saying? And then, you know,
Especially there.
bro,
Like you got the school right up the
Especially
street.
there.
Kids is walking back and forth up that street to go high school, middle school, right there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's huge. And you got your parents driving back and forth, like dropping their kids off, like
easy. And
It's huge.
And then on Facebook they made a story about it. It was like, yeah, you know, somebody put Love Is Needed, you know, on here, you know, must have been some kids or something, you know, like, and it was a story, right? So the girl I was dating at the time, she saw the story and she was like, well, I'm gonna call him and tell him it was you. And I was like, if you do that, you know, that's gonna blow my cover, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, you know, like that
right.
kind of, you know, because see, that's the beautiful thing about being a graffiti artist, you know. It's kind of like a Batman type complex, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody
right.
really knows, you know, who you are, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, you can kind of just spray up shit, do shit, you know. It's like, oh shit, you know, you see it.
that's
You know,
fire.
yeah, Spider-Man, or, you know, like, you know, you kind of keeping your identity or whatever. But, you know, she did it, and then that was my first interview. I was so nervous, bro.
Oh, she still did it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
she did that shit, nigga. She did that shit, like, motherfucker.
Snitch.
Yeah.
But I mean, did it make sense in the long run?
I think it was good. I think it was good for it to happen. I think it happened the way it was supposed to happen. You know, had it. Yeah, like I wouldn't regret none of it.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out to that. But yeah, so that was the first. And I can't even say that was a mural, but that was the first piece that I did to kind of show people, okay, this is that look, the hearts and clouds. You know what I'm saying? And everything's consistent. You know, Parker Cloud. You know, you got Billow. You know, that's on the sock. You know, Billow is very funny, very energetic. You know, he's loving. You know,
Yeah, give a breakdown to all your characters.
yes. So you got Parker Cloud. Excuse me. You have Parker Cloud. Parker Cloud is the main character.
He on the shirt, right?
He on the shirt. He on the chain. You know, he's on the covering of the socks. You know, he's the main character. He is, you know, my son in a cartoon form. I don't have kids, but if I had a son, I would like to think that he would be like Parker. You know, he would be very charismatic, very creative. You know, very caring. You know what I'm saying? And just cool, man. You know what I mean? Like he, you know, you want to be like Parker because Parker models healthy friendships and Parker models, you know, education in a cool way. You know what I'm saying? He cares, you know, and we all had that good friend that cares. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I wanted Parker to be. And then you have Billow, which is his best friend. Billow kind of admires him. And, you know, Billow is somebody that, you know, he kind of is constantly reminded of things that I teach Parker, you know, because I always kind of looked at this as being like a Blue's Clues type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I would be Parker's dad, you know what I mean? And, you know, I would, you know, come home and ask him about his day. You know what I mean? He'd tell me his day, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I would give him game, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
and like, you know, Billow would remind him of that game. You know what I'm saying? And, you know,
Gotcha.
Billow is in the clouds, you know what I'm saying, the sky, you know, and
It's almost like a thought bubble in a
yeah,
sense.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you know, you have several other characters, man, and it's just a beautiful, cool story. You know, again about friendship. You know, I think friendship. If we get friendship right in the African American community without looking weak, you know what I'm saying, we'd be able to do some
Hold
amazing
on, say
things.
that again.
Yeah,
Out looking weak.
if we can get friendship right without looking weak. Because see, like the thing about love, you know, I always tell people I love you. Hey, I love you, because I genuinely love you. I grew up in a house of love. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, sometimes people tend to think, you know, okay, well, let me ask him for something. hey, you love me, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, can you do this?
It's like that kindness for weakness in a sense.
Kindness for weakness.
Like, and it's not weak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
crazy.
like I love. You know what I mean? Like
People
I love
prey
it.
upon like the weak
People
people.
prey upon the weak.
Yeah.
And
Like,
there's
if you
nothing
show
weak about me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
Like,
trying to be a wholeheartedly
I'm
good
trying
person.
to be good people, bro.
But it's
We
like
need
no,
good people.
it's like I gotta sink my teeth into that. Like that's that's fresh meat. That's blood. Oh, you nice?
What's so crazy
Is
is
that
that,
just-
being nice is so like it's
underrated?
Slept
I ain't
on.
gonna say it's underrated. What am I looking for? It's so it's not seen as often, so it becomes like a thing. Like oh,
It's
my
that
God,
just
like
our community.
like magical type. Like it's like magic. Like oh my God, like why are you like this?
But it's that on the black community.
What's your
though.
motive?
Yeah, like what?
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's everybody.
Oh, you sure?
Yes.
I
I'm
agree
not-
with both of y'all.
I'm
I
not
agree with
sure.
both of y'all. I do. It's it's people you work with. You know what I'm saying? It's your neighbors, right? It's your person that you see on a custom
On a
basis.
constant basis, yeah.
It's your family. It can be your family, because and I read this, man. Like I said, babies manipulate. You know what I mean? Like we're born manipulators. You know what I mean? And like we only love if we're taught love, or if love is automatically in us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if I don't nurture you to love, then it's gonna be hard for you to receive love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
you don't know
But
what
that
it look
kind of
like.
that example kind
yeah,
of
so
comes
that's why
off.
it comes to
Go ahead.
my bad.
No, you
So
go
that's
ahead.
why it comes to like what's this person's motive? Like hey, like what you mean you love me? I never forget, man. One of my kids asked me one time, man, Mr. Williams, like why you care so much? You know what I mean? Why you be doing all this? Like talking about love and all this. And I say, because sometimes, baby doll, you gotta be what you don't see. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta.
That's right.
You gotta really take time to say, okay, the change ain't gonna come unless I be that change. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what a lot of Parker Cloud is. You know what I'm saying? Like being that change, being vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey, you can do it. I love you. You know what I'm saying? Or hey, love is needed. And like say these important.
So they don't see it.
because they don't see it.
But if you revert back to the earliest part of this podcast, we talked about how your mother grew up from a certain type of home and how she overcame the trials of not witnessing love, right? So for us to say, well, the reason why we don't demonstrate love to each other in the black community is because of where we come from. But that's kind of contradicting when we clearly see people
Choice.
over it's a choice, right?
It goes back to choice, bro.
So I understand that.
Fuck
so
that. That goes back to choice.
yeah,
bro.
we're
There's nothing
right.
else after that.
No, but what I'm
Bro,
saying
there's
is
there's nothing else after that.
we gave
There's
the
nothing else
children a
after that.
reason
No,
to
fuck
be
that. Give them a choice.
a choice.
Give them the choice.
They have the choice,
Give-
but what
te-
most of
teach
our
them first.
choices are the negative narrative.
Well,
why
that's
we're
why-
always
but see, that's
choosing
what I'm
that. So
saying.
that's the problem in the community. We're always choosing the negative side. Why don't we love each other as much as we should? Like you said, it'll be a great thing if us as African Americans, we love each other, love
Exposure.
the community. It's
We gotta-
so,
we
see
gotta
that
make-
goes back to we all know what love looks like. I don't care if you grew up in whatever environment, whatever culture. You know what's wrong. We know what's right. Why?
I mean, wrong and right and love is different.
Okay, well, let's just say love. So you'll see, let's just go to another culture. They'll fight, they'll fuss, they'll argue. But when do you ever hear about, we just go to the Caucasian community because those are our counterparts who we use to compare ourselves to. We never hear about shootings in their neighborhoods, just drive-bys.
But it's happening.
Tens of people.
But it's happening.
It isn't happening. Not as vast
It's
as it is happening to us.
well, see, like here's the thing, and like I hate to make this a black and white thing, but look, we all got problems and we all got issues, and there's all different things going on. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's
Yeah, for
drug
sure.
use, whether it's alcoholism, whether it's mental health. So
Because people aren't riding through shooting no trailer parks. Trailer parks aren't getting just drive. A drive-by isn't happening at the trailer
But
park.
it's gangs though.
And they're just as
Gangs
poor.
though. You know what I mean? Like, and it's still territorial. You know what I mean? Like it's still identity.
happening.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But
like,
not
not as often.
Not as
Or
we're killing each other at a faster rate than the Caucasian community is, and we are the minorities. We
See,
die
like, you
at a
gotta look
faster
at what we
rate.
glorify though. You know, like
But it's choice.
it is
See
exactly.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what's gonna make us choose the right narrative?
We gotta. Me personally,
See what I'm saying? Like that's just a
we
conversation.
are in ruin because our homes are in ruin. You know what I'm saying? We get the home right, we're gonna get everything else right. If we all get on one accord and we say, hey, look, black man, if you are between the age of 35 and 40, you are OG status. You know what I'm saying? Look, if you are out here free, if you out here, owning businesses and like, going through to get to, and you are educated or educating, or if you are eating healthy and like, going towards wealth, like you are focused on, this, you know what I'm saying? It is up to you to give this information to the people younger than you. You know what
But
I'm
I
saying?
mean, like
That's the
let's
first thing.
rewind this all the way back, right? The guy in the Bentley, Faith. You know what I'm saying?
bro.
Like
Faith,
having those conversations,
Conversations.
and just being the light that you want to see, like just living out loud, like making sure that you showing love, you doing your
Show
part,
up, bro.
and
Amen.
and you reaching back and you saying something to somebody, like it's all going.
I think it's deeper than just trying to make the OGs talk down to the younger kids.
I'm not necessarily saying you gotta like you.
Like
you do,
it's
you
just
do wanna
something
have
like I don't have an
conversations.
answer. Like I literally don't have an answer
No,
for it. It's
like,
just
that's not the whole answer though. Like that's just like part
Yeah.
of it.
A part of it, yeah.
That's that. No.
Because
but they're poor. The other communities.
This didn't happen overnight, so it ain't gonna change
Right.
overnight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Nah,
it's gonna
for
take.
sure,
It's gonna
for sure.
take. It's gonna take a lot of time. It's gonna take a lot of attention.
But we've been
lot
free
of
for a
energy.
long time, bro.
I mean, we have. I'm not
We've
saying
been free
I'm not
for a
even
long
saying that.
time and been able to live our life.
Not necessarily.
And compare.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Right, I was about to say if you compare
My
it to,
kids might be watching. I ain't gonna say that.
you know what I'm
but
saying, something like other cultures.
we have not been free a long time.
I mean, enough to just be going so hard on each other. Like it's really minorities,
well,
Mexicans,
see, here's the thing, though, like we can change that though.
Latinos. They're not just killing each other at a rapid rate, and they're
Yes, they are.
minorities.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
Yes, they are.
in their country.
There's shit going
Not-
on
not-
everywhere.
No, we're talking about the
Everybody's out of
United States.
Everybody's out of control, brother.
Not, but I mean, statistically
Like-
looking though, numbers.
I'm not even trying to be funny and rude.
we can put it. We can say that like, yeah, it's happening. Of course, it's happening because it's a chance that anything is happening. But if you look statistically speaking, numbers, we are killing each other at a rapid rate more than any other culture.
Okay, but see, like, here's the thing, like that. Yes, absolutely, I acknowledge that. Give my man a sound, bro. But see, here's the thing, though, right? You got it. Like they go back to what you said earlier, like glorifying, the music.
Yeah,
You
for
know
sure.
what I mean? It's chanting, it's words, it's life and death and the power of the tongue. If I'm constantly telling you, I'm a
Shoot you, kill you,
I'm gonna
rape
shoot
you.
you, kill you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't shit.
R word.
It's fuck that.
R word.
My nigga, like that's mental programming.
No, that's right.
Mental health. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know,
right.
Like if you're telling me my life has no value, or like again, if I'm walking past you and I see you in passing, you don't acknowledge me. I don't feel like I have any value. I don't bring any value. If you're telling
that's
me,
right.
oh, you ain't shit, oh, yo, you ain't got a bankroll or whatever it is these kids are calling it or whatever these people call it nowadays. Hey, you ain't shit if you ain't got this. Like if you're, praising vanity and egotism, you know what I mean? Man, bro, you're drifting. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I say all that to say what you said is a part of it. But man, this is a big apple that we done bit into.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? We have to be the ones to
Just do our part.
yeah,
Do our
do our
part.
part.
Yeah.
And like I said, that goes back to your house and everybody come to your house. If you got a daughter, you got a son, you gotta know who your child hanging out with. You gotta talk to them kids. Nah, like we gotta change the mindset of, oh, it's not my problem. It is your problem. You know why? Because if this child is cussing around you and this is a child, you know what I mean? You need to be able to say, hey man, do me a favor. I get it,
Yeah.
but don't cuss around me.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
There's nothing wrong. I don't give a fuck. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'll tell any nigga that. You know what I'm saying? Like like you damn right I told your child, don't cuss around.
Don't cuss around me,
You know
yeah.
why? Because they're gonna go out
respect.
somewhere and they're gonna be around my mom or like my dad or their friends and they're gonna be cussing and doing this and degrading themselves and they don't know their true value. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And
right.
we have to be the ones to shine light on their value. Like we can't be so caught up in what it is that we're going through or our household. No, like if you have kids and if they have friends, it is your responsibility to tell them, in a respectable way, delivery. You know what I'm saying?
delivery is
Hey,
key.
you know,
And just having that, because you have that relationship, because of your son or your daughter, you know, there's gonna be a certain level of respect there. You know what I'm saying? In comparison to like a stranger, like a kid that you just see on the street, you never met, and you're like, hey, stop cussing.
right. Oh,
You know what I mean? Because then
I mean, you can say that, but you know, like you gotta say the good thing first.
Right.
Hey, man, look, man, y'all look like y'all having a good day over here, man. You know, how
Yeah.
you feeling, man? You good? You good? Everything good with you?
Right.
Man, quick question, man. Why you putting yourself out there like that, man?
Right.
Why you doing all
Yeah.
that cussing, bro? You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
hey, man, like, did you know everybody in the world want to be like you, bro? You a black man, bro. Everybody wants to be black. Everybody wants to be you. There's power in your hair. There's power in your name. You know, like prizing black. You know what I'm saying? Because again, they live in a world where fuck this nigga, fuck that shit. I'm gonna slide on this nigga. I'm gonna bust that nigga. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like in my mind, I feel like I have no value. But if I have another black man come telling me, and you know,
Speaking
you
life.
look good, he smell good. You know what I'm saying? You know, shit. You know, like nigga look like money. You know, look like you got some sense in him. And I'm speaking life in you. That young man gonna listen to you. You know what I'm saying?
no, that's
Like,
right.
He will. And you know, like the young women need to do that. You know, because like the work ethic has changed. You know, like man, there's a lot of issues in the African American community. It's not just killing each other. Like man, we are killing each other. You know, through emotional damage. You know what I'm saying? Wasting time. You know what I'm saying? Like blame game. You know, like we're not accepting and allowing certain things. You know what I mean? Like we're not. You know, man, it's A's in adulthood. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got acceptance. You know, like we need to accept where we are as a community. Okay, this is where we at.
Yep.
All right. God damn it. Who
Push
gonna be in control
forward.
of goddamn woo woo woo? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, I'm going to allow this information that is, you know, telling me to do like I'm gonna try it. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to be aware, you know, of my surroundings. Like man, like maybe I need to, you know, start exploring the world because this is a big world. You know, Kay said it earlier. You know what I mean? This is a big world. There's so much more outside of making. You know,
Right,
a lot of my kids never been out of making. You know what I mean? And there's so much.
Certain side of making.
Yeah. Bro, I know. Man, it's so funny you say that. Like, when I had Panera Bread one time, I didn't get to school, and I'm like, yo, like my kids like, yo, what is that? And I was like, Panera Bread, and it was like, where is that at?
But what?
I'm like, over there on Tom Hill. She was like, all the way over there.
Right.
She was like, I never go over there.
Oh yeah.
And like to me in my mind, I was just like, you know, and that's fucked up. You know
But
what I'm saying?
like,
That's
do you
10
think?
minutes.
Do you think those are the kids of the friends that was like, yo, you live all the way up in Atlanta?
I think that those are the
Full circle.
it is.
Full
Great observation.
circle.
You know what I mean?
Man.
I feel like those are their parents. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like saying, yeah, absolutely.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
You know
it's-
what I mean? Because like they don't like it done shrunk. Like it done shrunk because it's like, yo, I'm not going to Atlanta. So now if my kids don't even know, Atlanta is like
They definitely some
Africa.
type of descendants of those people
Right.
who, you know,
ain't left making. So guess what?
Man.
They ain't left a side of town.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what you think their kids gonna be exposed to? That side of town. So you say,
But see, that's the narrative that we have to change, though. I feel like each generation needs to get better, bro. Like, yo, man,
agreed.
some of the realest shit that I tell you, man, my mama called me a genius. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was the world to me. You know what I'm saying? You know, my mom said, man, Randy, you a genius. You know, like, and like she said that as we was at the art battle, you know, like this last one I just had, you know, peace and love to everybody that showed up, everybody that participated, all my kids, you know, my family, you know, my brother, you know, he was making these amazing juices, you know, and my mom, you know, she does her thing with the
baked
treats,
goods.
you know what I'm saying? And my mom was looking at the floor and everything, and she's like, Randy, you a genius. And again, these are the things that we have to tell our children. These are the things, you know, we have to create. You know what I'm saying? You know, tell your sister, man, yo, man, you love you. I love you. You're doing good. You're doing great. You know, you need to, you know, whatever. You know,
I'm
like we
proud of
said,
you.
Delivery. I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? You know, acknowledge it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, God said, acknowledge me in all things. And I feel like if you acknowledge people, you acknowledge their efforts, we will be better as a community. Like that's a part of the healing. It's not all of the healing. It's a part of it. You know what I'm saying? You know, yo, if I send you a prayer, you know, like we do,
we
you
do,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
for sure.
That's gonna, you know, show you, man, this nigga ain't just thinking about himself. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's taking time to, you know, pray for me and my family. You know, I
right.
feel like, you know, we gotta do all that, man. Like, you know, these churches need to step up too. And I might be in trouble for saying that, but these churches need to step up too. You can't have all these churches and then you still have all these problems. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
You know, just like, you know, the school system too. And I might get in trouble for saying that, you know, like, We can't have these schools and you still have all these problems, you know, like because these kids bring these problems to school, you know what I mean? Like and like we can't say that this ain't our problem because no, this is where the kids hang out.
It's on our doorstep.
Yeah, it's on our
Right
doorstep.
here.
So it's our community, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, we get our house in order, we're gonna get each other straight. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta set the standard, we gotta make it cool, and like we have to make it a priority. You know what I'm saying? What do we need to make priority? We need to make positive learning a priority. You know, about self and about academics. You know, we gotta support all these kids and everything, not just sports. You know, because a lot of these parents be living through their kids, man. Like, let's call a spade a spade. You know, like you only come into the game because you was the good football player too, or because you was a cheerleader too. You know what I'm saying? You know, nah. You know, like you ain't coming because you really out there for your child. You love your child and you want your child to have that thing that is going to keep them from, you know, the negative stigma of the world or you know their environment. You know what I'm saying?
You just trying to live out your glory
trying
story.
about your glory story, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't like that, you know. But I'm not here to, you know, say, you know, what's what. But I do know from being an educator and from being a black man in America, you know, there's a lot of things we gotta do. And first, I would say, start with your house. Start with yourself. Be honest with yourself. You know what you're doing. You know what you ain't doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to tell you what you need to be doing. If I'm your friend, I'm going to be aware and I'm going to acknowledge it. You know, the age of it, you know, being an adult, and I'm going to tell you, hey, bro, like, man, you good, bro? Like, you straight? You know, it's like, you know, black men, black women tend to, you know, say, yeah, you know, long live my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Free my nigga. You know, or whatever. But man, you doing everything, you know, to kill that nigga. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, you smoking, you drinking with him. You know what I'm saying? You know, you allowing him to crash out, her to crash out. You know, you ain't being a real friend.
Not checking on him.
You ain't checking on him. Like, hey, are you okay? Like, you know, I kind of noticed. You know what I mean? You know, like you drinking a little more. Yeah, you know, you're a little off, or whatever. Like, I feel like if we do more of that, you know what I respect and love about the Japanese culture, the southern culture. So they have they live by this philosophy called Ikigai. I might be fucking that up, but Ikigai, and basically it means living with purpose, and it means treat every person that you meet as a brother. Imagine if the African American community did that.
We lit. I mean, for real though, bro.
No, definitely.
That goes back
Real
to the
answer.
problems that you made earlier. You know, you was like, yo, man, you know, I gotta hawk down people, you know, pay my money. Not trying to be funny, not trying to be racist, but are the majority of those people black?
Yes, sir.
So again,
We got to sprinkle a
if
salt. in
I
there, so-
were to live by the
Even the
Japanese-
salt crazy.
If I were to if I were to live by the Japanese philosophy of Ikigai, you know, I would treat everybody like a brother. I would take care of the old. There's no reason. And zoom in on the shit, bro. Zoom in on the shit. I don't give a fuck what hood you live in, around the world, black. There's no reason why old folks should be scared of anybody.
For sure.
Anybody. Ain't no royalty in that. Ain't no manhood in that, no womanhood, none of that shit. That shit is ridiculous.
sure.
And I fucking hate you. And I hate that. You know what I'm saying? All the old folks should be protected. The kids need to be protected. If you want to crash out, you want to do what you're doing, man, do what you do.
What they
You know what I'm
say,
saying?
God
Like,
protect babies and food.
hey, man,
Or no,
God bless you. But all old folks and babies need to be protected.
Old
Run that
folks
shit
and
back.
babies. Yeah, for sure.
All old folks and babies need to be protected. I stand on that shit.
Indeed and
You
agree.
know what I'm saying? I don't need nobody else to support me. I stand on that shit. My nigga, if you going to glorify the hood, you know, you going to sell drugs, you talk about how much dope you getting, how much, you know, all this and that, man. I hear you. You know what I'm saying? But like, let's get to that though. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain rules that need to be outlined and stamped everywhere if we're going to glorify the hood. If that's where they put us at, that's where we're going to live at. That's what we're going to make comfortable. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to say, oh yeah, you know, so much shit, I died my hood. You know,
Yeah.
Okay, I hear you.
Protect
But
the
why
hood.
this old lady scared though?
Yeah, protect it.
Why ain't nobody listening to her? Why ain't nobody helping her with her groceries?
Right. Making
Fuck
sure
outta
she's
here,
straight.
dog. I don't give a fuck about none of that, dog. Like, shit like that frustrates me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, I think again, we gotta get our houses in order.
Yeah, we
you
gotta
know what I
put
mean? Like, we
together.
gotta get our block in order.
For sure.
You know, like, look, like, you know, you don't want to go to church, you ain't gotta go to church. Hey, man, I hear you, man. That what's up. But you should be working with the church leaders. If this your hood.
That's right.
If this your hood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If this your hood,
Like
you
you
need to
said,
be
it's-
working with the church leaders. You know what I'm saying? The church leaders need to be working with you.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man. Because at the end of the day, these babies are growing up and they're growing into all of this and they're watching all of this. And it's like, yo, what the fuck are we really doing? I need y'all to really look at, we don't own shit around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And like, we're
But it's
allowing
our
people
hood.
to treat, but it's our hood though.
Our hood.
But we're allowing
And you
people
dying,
to treat
we
us.
dying behind
We dying for this shit. And guess what? This nigga go to jail. Mama ain't got no money to fucking get him out.
Or
You
your
know what I'm
partners.
saying?
Right.
Or your partners that you do.
Or even better yet,
No,
the
don't
mama
get me
putting the
started.
crib up and you crashed out the crib
Crashed
because
out.
you ain't do what you
Yeah,
was supposed to
'cause
do.
you couldn't even do that.
You couldn't even go to court, bro.
Come on, man. Again,
You
like
just
I
had to
said,
show
man,
up.
You know, but it's all a chant. You know, like that music. You know, like Kay was saying earlier. You know, man, I love hip hop. Man, look, I grew up on Arrested Development. You know, all kind of different music. You know, but music kind of started out. Music was a love vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like music made you feel like yo, I can change my life. Like,
Yeah,
it was a different chant. Now it's like a self-destruction chant. You know what I'm saying? Like, now
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
like,
It's cadence
yo,
of just ignorance.
yeah, it's like yo, I'm a hood bitch. I'm a hood nigga. You know.
How about this? Let's not even
Shit,
glorify
nigga.
that terrible music. Let's get into what's in store for the future for Randy Hart.
Right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, look, the future is now, man. You know what I'm saying? What's in store is more art battles. You know, we're making the art battles priority. You know, the Parker Cloud Parklet. You know, we're doing that. So the Parklet basically consists of like a love space. You know, where we vibing out. We're gonna have live paintings downtown. You know, I've been doing that a lot lately, selling socks, building brand awareness, trying to find more people to collaborate with, partnership with. You know, and just creating a space for my kids, my students to exhibit their artwork. You know, nobody did that for me, man. You know, so I'm real big into that. You know, I wasn't really blessed with somebody to say, hey, you know what, you do this and you're pretty good at it. I'm gonna create this space over here and you gonna shine. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna
Give you that
take
outlet.
no money. Yeah. Like, I don't want none of that. And I'm gonna give you a Park Cloud shirt. I'm gonna give you socks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
look, man, like man, it's fucking beautiful, man. So yeah, that as well as, you know, the art battles. Like I said, the art battles, you know, that showcases kids' talents and it allows them to collaborate and you know, give community a safe space to, you know, love each other as well as like love what it is they're doing. You know, they're creating. You know what I mean?
Love on them babies too.
Yeah, man, love on them babies, man. Shout out to the babies. Hey, man, let me get a sound. Yeah, shout out to the babies, man. Whatever your child doing, make sure you supporting that. You know, make sure you talking to them. Make sure you checking on them. You know, and that's what Park Cloud does. You know, the art battles. You know, and yeah, like what else, man? The book. The book is like the biggest thing. The Park Cloud book. I've been working on this book. I can't really say I've been working on a long time. I've been running from it for over 10 years because I'm a perfectionist and I'm an artist first, and I kind of hide from being a writer. But I think now I've kind of gotten in the space of where I have to drop this book for people to give people a real understanding of who the character is and to really fall in love with the character and be like, yo, I want to be like Park Cloud, or yo, I'm going to instill the Park Cloud values in my family. You know what I mean? And yeah, so that's like the main thing for me, man.
Okay.
Yeah, the battles, the book, and the Park Cloud Parklet. I want to be able to create a space downtown where people can come to, play games. You can see my kids paint. You can buy some socks, listen to good music, just vibe out in the space, man. You know what I mean? And brand awareness and just communicating with the community, you know. And yeah, like I said, the battles and the book and the Park Cloud Park, that's like the biggest thing for me right now.
Bro, that's lit.
Yeah, that's yeah.
This right here, this was one of those conversations where we definitely focused on you, but we actually had a chance to talk about what you stood on, principles, what you believed in, and I think it was good, bro.
Yeah, it was definitely
It
solid.
was beautiful, man. Look, man, thanks for having me, man. You know, I appreciate y'all. For those that are watching, Park Cloud socks are the best socks in the world, not just because they're cute and comfortable, but more so because you're buying into a philosophy. You're buying into a network of people.
For sure.
You're lovers, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you
agree.
care about yourself, you care about your family, you care about your community, then you deserve a pair of socks.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Like, you know
Tell
what
them
I
where they
mean?
can get them at.
Yeah, parkercloud.com. That's www.parker, PARKERCLOUD.com, parkercloud.com.
That's right. That's right.
Got all kind of flavors, man.
Drop that joint in the chat. My phone died.
Hey, look, we gotta we giving all the glory to Parker Cloud. He's a great man and will be a great character. But bro, we finna focus on Randy right now. So
Indeed and agree.
what we like to give to our guests is a token of your appreciation, bro. Like you said, you could have been anywhere else in the world,
Oh man, that's
but
fucking,
you went in
that's
our
fucking
world.
awesome.
You know what I mean? That's our
We appreciate you, man.
Appreciation.
Motherfucking recap.
for sure. That's our brand, piece of our brand. You can take it with you. You know.
Man, we appreciate you, bro. Like this has been a real conversation, man.
Yeah, man.
And we appreciate it. And like I said, this
sure.
conversation we have a lot.
Love, man, love. That's
so,
cool.
Yeah,
That's cool as
for
hell.
sure, bro. Like we
I'm
appreciate
proud of
you.
y'all, man. Like that's like,
But no, we put
We
out a
appreciate you.
little sweat and tears into them little,
oh yeah, that's
you know,
cool, bro.
Yeah, it's a whole
Cool,
production.
man. Zoom in on that, bro.
yeah, for sure.
That's cool, man. Yeah, because I don't think nobody else got this, right? No.
What's that?
Yeah, everybody gets some.
Also our guest.
But everybody can't be on.
Our guest. Yeah.
Everybody ain't gonna get one.
Yeah. Not
sure,
everybody. I mean,
But we'll sign that one. We'll
Nah,
do
yeah,
a little
our
literature to
our
it.
people. You know what I'm saying?
That's
That come
cool as hell, man.
on
This
the
is like-
recap.
Yeah, we don't just give them out now.
This is
Yeah.
like my second award, bro, ever. So yeah.
That's solid. bro.
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Look, shout out to my man
Top three.
Jamarcus, man. Yeah, like true story. Shout out to my man Jamarcus, man. Like he was the first one to give me an actual like little like a trophy.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
solid.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's cool, man. Yeah,
Hey.
definitely putting this in our.
We in the numbers. We in the numbers. Let's go.
That's it.
Yeah. What's
Zoom in.
So, Randy, tell the people where to find you at, man. As well.
Yes, man.
before we go there, we got
Oh, the closing remarks.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So
Randy, what you got?
we usually want to. This is your you know what I mean your last statement, right?
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
for sure.
that piece that get people
Closer.
going.
The ninth ending.
Yeah. This is
Closing
gonna
ninth
motivate the
inning.
people. You know
Closing
what I'm
ninth
saying?
inning.
Closing it out.
Hey man,
What you
look,
saying to him?
well, listen. The best advice I'm gonna tell you, like the old man told me, you know, keep faith. You know, faith is gonna be one of the hardest things that you can do, but it's one of the most beautiful presents that you'll ever receive in your life. You know what I'm saying? If you keep it, you know, whatever you're going through right now, I'm praying for you. You know, I believe in you. I see you, black, white, Spanish, you know, whatever, man. I acknowledge all people. I don't see people. I see gifts and I see purpose and I see presence. You know what I'm saying? Like, give people a feeling, man, and be good people, and you know, keep faith, and everything works out. You know what I'm saying? I promise you that. Like, if you do those things, everything works out. I know that's a lot, and I have so much I want to say because I love all of y'all. But you know, yeah, I would really say those three things, man. Be good people. You know, see people. Be love, man. Keep faith.
Lit.
I love it.
Wayne.
Ooh, that boy Quick Draw McGraw, ain't he? My thing is gonna be like lead with love, yo. Like if y'all didn't hear nothing else, from bruh, like he is about like hearts and clouds, like for real, like lead with love. And when you do that, you also give permission to other people that's around you to do the same. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to say it. You leading from the front. So if they see you doing it, you're making it cool to lead with love because they're like, well, he doing it and he's or she is at this level or doing this or this level of success, then I can do it too. You know what I'm saying? So just lead with love. And with you doing it unapologetically, it's going to give permission to the people around you to do it. And it's just like putting that little piece of dye in that water and it's just going to spread. And then you just spreading love, baby.
God's greatest. God's greatest.
Put the dye in the water, bro. Where you get that from?
You know what I mean? I can't give you all my sauce all the time, bro. You know,
But
I got
swear
you,
he be knowing some.
I be doing my
Put the
thing.
dye in the water.
They said spread.
It's for spread it like dye in water.
Did you see it? Did you see it?
Man, I could see it.
That's some Moses shit.
see
They said spread.
Spread it. What I want to lead with. I like that the scenario about the guy in the Bentley giving the answer about the faith. I mean, even though that was a,
I thought you ain't like that.
I said I'm leading. I said I'm leading with that.
Okay.
I didn't say it. That's what I liked.
All right.
I'm leading with that. So I'm gonna lead into that scenario, and I'm gonna come up out of it.
Okay.
But no, I mean, like you said, with the guy just giving the short form answer, faith. I mean, they're just taking the good out of like the smallest aspect of something. I mean, you could think you're going through a hard time or something in your life or a situation, but if you can always use like the pieces that were good to help inspire you and help you grow. Like your whole story was about not the whole story, but you had a strong part of your story about how you struggled until you finally made it, until you pinnacled out, you thought, then it reverted back into a situation where you felt like you was in reverse. But when you take the story into a nutshell, it all brought back into like the origin of who you are now. Parker Cloud came out of a dark situation. Now the art is being spread all over the city. The love is being spread, and it's just a good story a bad story turned good.
That's it.
That's it.
It's all a part of it.
And look, man, that's what we expect y'all to do. You know, what I'm
Ain't
saying?
get no no nothing, no sound. God.
Oh, I was sitting in it. I was sitting in it. My bad, bro. I was sitting in it. I was like, that was good. That was good. I was sitting in it. My bad. Golly. Just air horn
Like
yourself.
yeah, that's it.
It was like the you know what I mean?
Oh, okay. But nah, man. What we doing?
Oh, tell them where to find you at, bro.
Yeah, you know, look, if you're on Instagram, you can follow me at Cloud Talking. So that's CloudTalkn. TALKN. Yep, Cloud Talking. Or you can follow Parker Cloud on Instagram also. So that's Parker, PARKER, Cloud, CLOUD. I just got a TikTok too, man.
Hey, you gonna be dancing?
Hell no. I ain't dancing. Yeah. Nigga, that was perfect. I never embarrassed myself. Nah, but seriously, yeah, I got a Parker Cloud TikTok. It's that boy Parker Cloud. And then yeah, you know, you can definitely
Website?
yeah, the website www.parkercloud PARKER Cloud CLOUD.com. Check that out, man. You know, send me a message, man. You know, show love, man. You know, you see me in the street, show love. You know, I ain't hard to find. I ain't hiding.
That's it.
You know, I
That's
be
it.
showing love, man, wherever I go. You know what I'm saying? So you can have a conversation. You know, we can collab, we can partnership, or we can just speak. We can pray, whatever, man. You know what I mean? We out here.
I love it. I love it. I love it. What about you, Kay?
Oh man, K Car as well. Facebook, of course, on MVPK Instagram, MVPK TikTok, MVPK worldwide. You know what I mean? One day. But you know, if you need a rental, Fairly Ambitious. If you want to ride for a while or you want to ride in style, holla at the guys. MVP hand wash, you park it, we spark it. Always. Cars well, so it's Destiny. I did with cars. So that's it.
Talk to him.
That's it. That's
What
it.
else?
That's it.
Guys, greatest.
And I'm Wayne Wealthy Woodard. So Facebook, CEO Wayne Wealthy on Instagram. You know, got Ambitious
That
Graphics.
nigga don't be on Instagram. I don't even know why you just gave that post that.
Don't.
I'm just hoping that people
One day.
you know, just follow me and it'll inspire me to be on there more often.
Faith without works is nothing.
That is dead.
Hopefully people follow me.
All right.
I just blow up.
And I just blow up. Go crazy.
All right, though.
But Ambitious Graphics, we right here at Imagine 584. So make sure if y'all interested in starting your own podcast, doing photography, y'all need a space to call home as a shared workspace. Make sure y'all, you know, visit us at imagine584.com. We'd love to give you a tour. I said Ambitious Graphics. If you need t-shirts, graphics, any of that type stuff, like holla at us. We would love to help you. 371 3rd Street. Yeah, and that's it, man. That's it. That's all.
Guys, the greatest.
That's it. Turn us
So
off.
yeah, we out of this joint. We appreciate y'all.